Hey guys.
Hey everybody.
What's up? What's up? What's going on, man?
How are you, Pat?
I'm good. How are you guys? Happy belated birthday again, MB.
Thank you.
MB's birthday this week. And
yeah.
she's graciously filling in for Mr. Brady Patrick, who is still on vacation and has been sending me some awesome pictures. And I know, Joe, you saw them too in the track, because he's going to have some good stuff next week on next week's podcast, because he's scouted the sites for the H45 convention, and he's got a lot of cool stuff going on.
That is awesome sauce.
It is going to be cool. And Stefan's wishing the lovely MB a belated birthday.
Thank you.
And Joe the Hard Guy's in the house. What's up, Joseph?
What's going on?
Very cool. And I'm actually going to, I told Brett I was going to show this picture because I thought it was cool. So he was in Pasadena today, scouting. He was looking at like this outside the convention center, everything that's going on for H45. And he sent me this picture of him and his lovely family outside the Strode house.
Oh, dude, that's so cool.
How cool is that?
That is so cool.
The whole family, the Stortenbecker family outside the Strode house. That's awesome.
That's freaking awesome.
Amazing, man.
That is some lucky kids, and they don't even know how lucky they are.
Not yet.
For real.
And Stefan is in the house.
Hello, hello.
Who is man? You're still excited to meet? Oh, Joseph, I remember you saying last week, when are you meeting her in Lexington? I forget what he said. I know it's coming up. And, well, she's going to be part of our discussion tonight because we're discussing our love of 1980s horror. We did last week was the 1970s horror, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my favorite movies. Well, our favorite movies from the 1970s. Duh. But they got some real winners in 1980s. I'm talking, and I got a whole list of them here. Some good, some not so good, some B, some C.
Laundry list, man.
Laundry list of some real good stuff. Exactly. Where do we start? Right, Stefan? Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday, Chucky, Halloween sequels, The Fly, Carpenter films, Stephen King movies, Pumpkinhead, Gremlins, The Terminator, Aliens. Holy crap. All in one shot.
Oh, I got a big old list too.
It's gonna be. You gotta wait till October to see her. Wow.
Oh wow.
I thought it was coming up soon. Oh yeah, we're getting there. Christine, They Live, The Fog, Sleepaway Camp. Yeah, all the movies from my youth. I'm old. I was born in the 70s, but I grew up in the 80s.
Yeah, I was born in the 80s, so 86, baby, 86.
I can't. 86. God, I was a freshman in high school. Do I feel old?
I was just a twinkle in my mom and dad's eye.
So we're I know I've had a rough day, so I'm gonna pour myself a beer. I'll do a quick beer review. Do you have anything, or you're not drinking anything this week, Joe?
Unfortunately, I'm not drinking tonight.
And I know why, and it's so yeah.
But MB's got a nice little Coca-Cola right here.
Coca-Cola.
That's it. Just straight Coca-Cola, no rum, no Jack, no nothing.
No Coca-Cola, 100%.
100% Coca-Cola. Oh, all right. Well, that's okay. I do have a cocktail I will share. And I saw this last week in anticipation of doing our love of the 1980s horror. And what I'm having it's called Good Times Hazy Pale Ale. Look at this label.
Oh, I like that.
I thought it was
Hey.
perfect for the 80s because the 80s were like the decade of the freaking mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I used to have tons of mixtapes because that's what we did back in the olden days. We made up tapes. There was no playlist. It was you could record the shit off the radio, or you just borrowed a friend's CD and you just copied it, or so it was the days of the mix jam. This is from Bald Birds, I think. Yeah, hold on one second. Bald Birds Brewing Company, and I found that it's in Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania, which is literally 2 towns over from where my son goes to college.
Oh wow,
Nice.
that's real cool, man.
So I might have to visit this brewery when I go out and visit him.
That looks cool. Was it Bald Birds? You said Bald
Birds. I love that. I love the picture. The bald guy looks like me.
That's
It's like
a very
they stole my picture.
Oh, that's an interesting name. That's cool.
So I thought that was cool as hell. So that's what I'll be having this fine evening. And while I'm pouring, would you guys like to show off some new acquisitions to the Moody's Mine collection?
We got a couple items. One would be the items that we're wearing right now. So we were able to cop these new T-shirts from Wally World from Walmart.
Oh my God.
I said it was a video.
It was a video, but you know what? I set it up to show it as a video. I wonder why it didn't show it.
No, that's okay. So
That's okay. It's being stretched a little bit. Oh.
Yeah, we found these and we had we were just strolling around, and typically Walmart puts out their own T-shirts. I don't know, you've seen them, Pat. You get them too. So we were able to find the 2 in our size, and we got them.
I'm surprised they're still in the stores. I didn't even think they were still out in the stores. I haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah, this one was a recent release from what I understand.
Yeah, I had that one on just yesterday, as a matter of fact. Yeah, because it was not a decent enough day yesterday. Then it turned to shit, so we opened up our trailer because we're camping in 2 weeks. And I was outside in a hoodie because I'm used to wearing my hoodies all winter long. And I'm outside. I'm like, man, why the fuck am I sweating? I was like, because you have a hoodie on? I'm like, oh, right.
Perhaps.
I forgot about that. So I actually went and blow the dust off the T-shirts. I'm like,
that is too funny. That's funny. And I think I sent you a picture of a major acquisition.
yes, you did.
And we had talked about, there it is. That's actually in my car. We had talked about it, I think, during, I don't know, when was it? Was it the last podcast? Or was it watching? I can't remember because I remember GK was chiming in on the comments.
Right.
He had mentioned how rare these items were. It was a secret drop by NECA. Was it the watch along?
I think so.
It might have been, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Tuesday. And no, that's not right. That's not, because I had to take the kid to school and all that. Was that right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that right?
Mm-hmm.
I forget. I had seen somebody post it somewhere.
Sundays, rather.
Somebody posted this about like 2-3 weeks ago, and I saw it on Instagram maybe, and everybody was wondering if it was real or not. And that was the big thing.
Yeah, I had the same reservations too. I saw some posts about it, but I was like, that shit looks fake.
And how many Walmarts did you go to?
So here's the thing. So I remember he talked about it. I went to a Walmart that next morning, bright and early, and I found this beauty at the first Walmart I went to. Fucking stroke of luck, man. Found it at the Walmart that we used to live next to, and then because I wanted to try to find something for you guys, I then began my endeavor on. I went to 9 freaking Walmarts, dude.
Unbelievable.
All before I woke up.
And
I woke up at like 9:30, and I was like, huh.
Yeah.
He was only supposed to take the kid to school.
I struck gold at the first Walmart, and I struck out at the next 8. All of which had the stickers for the item there.
Right.
But all of them even said that they were supposed to have some in stock, but none of them had any. I had them check the backs, everything, and this is the only one I could find.
And that so began my quest as well, and I was lucky enough to find one as well.
Yeah,
congrats!
There you go, my guy.
How many Walmarts did it take you?
It's a funny story. All I did was rank on the Walmart in my town because they suck. They never have anything good when it comes to electronics. They never have anything good when it comes to collectibles. So I went to, I think, between work and home, I must have hit 7 different ones in 2 days.
Oh,
damn!
One of them had,
yourself.
yeah, one of them actually had 2 of the Jason masks. So there's actually a Jason version out there.
Oh, nice.
But there was 2 of them. I don't collect it. So
Was it like the hard plastic? It's not like a box like this. It's like a plastic that's like sealed to it.
It was a box like this, and it
Really?
looked like the mask was just in it.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. So they had 2 of those, and I was like, oh, and I didn't know if, but they had the tag there, and all it just said is like latex mask. It didn't say specifically Halloween. So I'm like, well, maybe they had it and it's already gone. So I said, all right, I'll do more. And then I was explaining to Joe before we started, I had a crazy week. So I actually just went to our local shitty ass Walmart. I think it was on Wednesday, because the wife's like, oh, can you go pick this up? I had to go pick up my prescription, stupid shit. So I always walk through just on the off chance they might have something, and they usually don't. And I turned the corner and I was like, it was like, oh,
yes.
In the middle of this shitty Walmart that all I do is talk bad about. I look down and I'm like, you have to be fucking kidding me. It's actually here.
Yep.
So
It's
grab
very
that son
similar
bitch.
to mine.
Yep.
I fucking FaceTimed you guys. I FaceTimed you and Brett. And Brett was up early because he was doing some business stuff, and he answered, and I literally was like, dude, check it out. And I walked up to it while I had him on the phone like a goober. But I think this is cool. Not only just the packaging is unique, but I just like how the mask looks like all like
flat
and fucked up. It looks
So
cool.
the box is definitely not big enough for the mask, and I was going to open it up and trying to straighten it all out, but I said, I'll just leave it. What the hell do I give a shit? But I was just so happy. I was ecstatic, and I was like, oh, thank God I don't have to go to like 10 more Walmarts. Thank you, Lord.
Dude, it's so cool. And actually the back art is really cool too. The art it's really neat.
I think I have the back. Yep, there's the back.
Yeah, look at that. So it says on there, limited edition, made from whatever, clay and latex, handcrafted, individually painted. I just love that. Made in North America, limited edition. That's just what makes it so cool.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I was, and you know what? Every time Walmart has their stuff, I don't know why they do this, but they don't have it on their website. You just can't order it, so you have to just run on like a jackass, try to check. So every time one comes out, I'm like, oh no, I gotta go to all these fucking Walmarts, son of a
I'm curious to see what the resale value is gonna be, because these jokers is gonna skyrocket.
Well, Brett hit me up the other day. It was late one night, because everybody, like I said, everybody knows he's in California. He hit me up when we were chatting, so we went on eBay just to look, and there was one on there. Some jackass had it up there for like $250 or something like that.
Shut your mouth!
I'm not even kidding. Go on eBay right now. There was one up there for $250. So mind you, people, this is $49.99 in the stores. So the guy's selling for $250. I hope you get anal cancer and it eats you from the outside in.
Yeah, that is.
You're a scumbag, is what you are.
Horrible. $250? Charging 4 times up, dude.
$250. Actually, I'll make it up now. I'll expose the piece of shit.
That is just.
I hate fucking scalpers. I'm all for capitalism. You want to put a little bit of a price tag on it, but when you want to fucking do something like that, you can eat the corn out of my shit.
Hey, what's that from the Tanner? How rude.
Yeah.
How rude.
How rude.
How rude. You try to sell me something that I can buy for $50 for $250, but it's just gonna go even higher once this wave goes and you can't get these no more. You just watch.
Okay, actually, there's one up there now that's on a auction. It's 14 bids. It's at $106.50 at the moment. Where is the one? Because there ain't no way nobody bought that unless this is the one and you put it up there for auction now. Because that's the only one I see. Yeah, I don't see the one.
Stephanie Tanner said it. Yeah,
it
wasn't Michelle.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Stephanie Tanner. How rude.
How rude. Oh yeah, it was the middle one.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Michelle was "You Got It, Dude."
Oh yeah, she's "You Got It, Dude," and then the druggie was "How rude."
I think she's clean now.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, she's cleaned up.
Just kidding.
Yeah, she has cleaned up, and I've never watched that Fuller House. I know they did that reboot where they're all older, and I don't think it's obviously
annoying to me.
With Bob Saget gone, I don't think they do it anymore, right?
Yeah, I agree. When no Bob, I'm like, the hell.
Cameron, something like that, whatever.
Yeah, the older one.
Yeah, DJ.
What's wrong with her?
She's annoying in the new one.
Oh my gosh,
she's annoying. So all I see is the one that's on auction right now. That one I do not see. So I hope to God some poor soul didn't pay that amount of money. But yeah, there was somebody up there asking, fuck that asshole. So that is my scalpel rant. Like I said, I have no problem charging fair market value. You want to put a little bit of an upcharge on it because when you're running out to the store and getting it before a collector and doing that, you're a scumbag.
Scumbaggery.
Sorry.
Much
Don't
very
like
similar
it.
to
Upset.
douchebaggery.
Douchebaggery. So,
Is that the
and on
technique?
that note, that is all I got this week. Yeah, like I said, I'm just really trying to save nickels and dimes, like I'm sure
I
you
would
guys
have
are
to
for
say
age
that
45.
those are some pretty big pickups, my friend. So that's
Yeah.
pretty impressive. There's
Yeah,
a
they
couple
definitely are.
things on my radar, but I just, haven't got a chance to get out there. So, but hopefully soon. So,
And what I'm excited about tonight is exactly what's at the bottom, episode number 7, our love of 1980 horror. So I had so much fun talking about 70s horror movies last week, and now we get to talk about 80s. And all I know is between Stefan and Joseph, there's a laundry list in the chat here. Hold on a second. See how fast we go through. Chainsaw Massacre 2. Yeah, Ghostbusters, technically. Beetlejuice, technically. Poltergeist, Jaws. There's your Frostbite's here. Your neighbor's here.
what's
Howdy,
up,
neighbor.
man? What's up, my friend? How you
Jaws the
doing, bro?
Revenge. This time it's personal.
That's right.
Heather up. Yep. Rest in peace, Heather O'Rourke. Oh, we do love Heather O'Rourke.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is a great one too. This was on my my video for movies that are so bad they're good. Did you ever see Saturday the 14th?
Oh, that movie sucks. Butt cheeks.
It's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
Silent Night, Deadly Night. What is this one? I'm not aware of this one. Memorial Valley Massacre.
I don't know. That sounds like a knockoff B movie from something.
Yeah, a little bit more about that. Stefan, let me know a little bit more about that one. Not
Check
aware
that
of that
out.
one.
Man. I'll write that down.
Yeah, Terror Train, of course. We love Terror Train. I actually didn't even mind the remake. The remake was worth a watch. It wasn't so bad.
It's not too shabby, I'd say.
Night of the Demons, Fright Night. Yes, of course. Evil Dead's 1 and 2.
Oh
The
yeah.
Lost Boys.
Gotta have that in the
The
list.
Animator. Chop them all.
Keep going. I have all this written down. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna bring
Psycho 2, which I still stand by my statement. Psycho 2 is the absolute best sequel ever made to a movie.
Awesome.
Let's see. Rest in peace, Heather. Rest in peace, Toby Hooper, of course.
Of course, yeah.
What is this one? So Memorial Valley Massacre is also known as Son of Sleepaway Camp. I've seen all 3 Sleepaway Camps. The first one I love. The second 2 were complete dog shit. With where it's not even Felissa Rose. It's Bruce Springsteen's sister. Who's the actress in it?
Memorial Valley Massacre.
Prom Night. Yes, we do love Prom Night.
Jamie Lee. Love that.
So yeah, we love our. I mean, to me, it's very nostalgic because I'm a child of the 80s. So I'm the child of the 80s video store. So I used to go to rental. That's how I got all into horror movies. I used to go there and see all these covers on these VHS. I'm like, wow. And
I will say that the 80s had the best cover art of all the VHSs and all the movies and everything, man. Like they had a leg up on the competition. Let's put it that way. The artwork was amazing.
Artwork was amazing, and it made you want to see the movie because I would see it. I didn't know anything about it. I was like, wow, it's the age before the internet. You didn't know anything about it unless you had to flip the cover over and you just read it. And what was beautiful about it, it was the 80s. It was before woke nonsense and bullshit and all this other crap that's going on the internet. So I would go to there was a Palmer Video. There was 2 stores by me, Palmer Video and Video Plus. And of course, I'm renting rated R movies. And back then you figure, 84, I was like 12 years old. So I started going to the video store.
Prime.
And it didn't make a difference. As long as my money was green, I could rent 5 rated R movies. They didn't give a rat's ass. So I just come home with all these crazy movies. My father and my mother would be like, what are you watching now? And I'm like, my father's like, they'll let you walk out there with this?
No censorship whatsoever.
None at all. Same with the theaters. We used to go see rated R movies all the time, and they didn't question it. They didn't give a shit.
That's funny. Oh no, I can't even tell you, man. Just I have a bunch of posters hanging up here everywhere. Everybody does, and people collect these for a reason because it's just some cool ass shit, man. I'm sure you got a good collection of posters from the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, all Halloween ones. Yeah.
Oh, of course, and for good reason. H2 from 81 starts off the 80s with a bang.
Yeah,
Golly.
sleepaway camp movies. Steph, I like the sleepaway camp movies. The two after that, I not so much. To me, they're good for our topic of our top 5 tonight. Movies that you only need to see once.
once.
Yeah.
And for
So
whatever
they
reason,
fall
they
right
call
into
it-
that category. And speaking of Joe's talking about Halloween too, that was Stefan's first horror movie was Halloween 2.
That's a great film to start
That's a
off
good
with.
introduction.
Man. Shit.
Stand
It
by
takes
Me, Children of the Corn, Cujo.
Cujo. I got some we talking about. You know what? I'm gonna throw some out there.
Throw them out there.
We got Night of the Creeps from '86. I mean,
Love
come
it.
on.
They'd love
dig
it.
Night of the Creeps here in this house.
Yep.
Hellraiser, '87.
We don't dig that
We
one.
love Hellraiser.
We.
She's like, "What's this wee shit, Joe?"
I mean,
we don't.
Keep
That one
going.
creeps me out.
Oh, Hellraiser rocks, man. You got Friday 6, Jason Lives from '86. My personal favorite Jason. So,
Mhm.
I mean, that rocks. Of course, The Return of the Living Dead.
Oh
Those
yes.
enchiladas, Damn Enchiladas. That was from '85. Fantastical. Let's see. We had some that I haven't already heard somebody mention.
Monster Squad.
Monster Squad.
Monster Squad, great movie.
Yeah. Monster Squad rocks. Sweet ass cheeks.
Sweet ass cheeks. I like
Wolfman
that.
has Nards. You can't go wrong with that. And there's some I know that you have these down
The
too, man.
Shining.
No,
Did we talk about The Shining?
not The Shining.
Oh, The Shining. I have
love
to have
The
The
Shining.
Shining.
Oh yeah, Pat loves The Shining. Shining
Big
rocks. I know you love The Fog from '80.
Oh yes.
Thing in '82, and They Live in '88. Ooh, John Carpenter.
Yes, indeedy. I love my
Oh.
Carpenter movies.
Can't forget about Christine in '83. Oof. I mean, the hits just keep on coming. Let's see here. Oh, you love this one, my friend. My Bloody Valentine from '81.
Oh, I
Love
love my
that.
Bloody Valentine. I actually, in the remake, I enjoy it too. I think the remake was really good. I do
Oh
like
yeah,
it.
absolutely, absolutely. I haven't heard this one mentioned yet. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 from '86. It's a personal fave of mine, so I love
Mhm.
that one. Let's see here. Did we talk about Poltergeist yet? '82.
It was
don't
brought
know.
up. Yeah, they
Yeah, it
mentioned
was brought
that.
up. Poltergeist
yeah.
rocks. Oh, you love. I love Night of the Demons in '88.
Light of the Demons, good.
Oh,
Mhm.
let's see
It's a
here.
good one.
Oh, come on, George Romero. Day of the Dead in '85. Day of
Yes,
the
Day of the
Dead.
Dead.
We already talked about the Evil Dead 1 and 2,
Reanimator.
Reanimator, Halloween 2, Lost Boys, Fright Night, Child's Play. I got to throw out these two sci-fis. We got Aliens in '86 and then Predator in '87. I know they're not horror per se, but just
Oh, yeah, they fit right in there too.
kick major ass. And last but not least, you know what? No, I got one more, and then the last but not least, Killer Clowns in '88. And then
It's amazing how that's become such a classic now, and more people are coming around to it.
Oh yeah, it's not the best of movies, but it's so nostalgic, and it's just got that old school feel that it just takes you back to that time. And lastly, the 8 Friday the 13th movies starting in 80, 81, 82, 84, 85, 86, 88, and finally number 8 was in '89. So
Oof.
can't go wrong with that franchise, my friend.
No,
Except for
hell's
the tail end.
no.
Except for the
Let's go
tail
to-
end ones.
See what's going on in the chat?
Awesome.
Joe's Halloween 5. Yes, we will be doing our live stream, a live watch along of Halloween 5 this coming Tuesday. I have to actively find my Man in Black hat.
Oh, nice. Here comes the man in black.
Well, still see Steph. Oh, you haven't seen My Bloody Valentine? Great. Actually, start with the original one. It's good. But the remake, it's a fun watch too. Slumber Party Massacre, one of my favorites. I love Slumber Party Massacre.
Amazing.
A lot of nice boobs in there. Oh, Blake's in the chat. All the great names are taken. What's up, Blake?
What's up, buddy?
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, the man. I rewatched the Friday the 13th stream they did Friday. I was on a plane, so I wasn't able to watch it. I had a lot of fun with it. What else is in here? Moody got a haircut.
No, I took a shower, so I think it's being good today.
He finally showered for one of the episodes.
Yeah,
It was a Saturday shower yesterday.
Yeah, that's right.
So Men in Black in theater 3 times. I saw it in the theater, but I didn't see it 3 times.
Mhm.
Anyone hear how Brett's WrestleMania experience is? No, I haven't heard. Was he going
nice.
tonight? I think he was there tonight, right?
No, WrestleMania was yesterday, wasn't it?
I thought it was like 2 days. Isn't that like 2 days or something?
2 days?
I thought
I
it
don't
was.
even know. They let you know how it was. I know they had it yesterday because Rey Mysterio. I knew they made a big thing about Rey Mysterio and Rhea. What's her name? That girl Rhea. She won the championship or something like that. From
Oh, I thought it was like
Ric
more than
Flair's
one day
daughter.
now. I haven't watched it. Like I said, I probably last time I saw WrestleMania, Lou Albano was still alive in it. So that's how long ago that was. So that was the 80s.
It might be 2 days. It might be a
Yeah,
2-day event. I don't
that's where
know.
Brett is. Brett is out in California. He was in Pasadena sending us some cool pictures of the H45 sites, and he's at WrestleMania, and I believe he's there tonight. Yes, yeah. Blake said it's a 2-night event. I thought it was more than one
Yeah.
night. I thought they did that.
Oh, that rocks. That's really cool. Yeah, it shows you how I've been so out of it. But I did follow the Rhea. I like Rhea. I can't remember her last name. She's really badass. She just won the championship yesterday. She won the belt. So I'm a big fan of hers.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I was big into the wrestling back in the days of the Iron Sheik and Sergeant
Oh, cool.
Slaughter and Bob Backlund and
Jake the
who
Snake.
else? Jake the Snake was there. Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw with the fucking 2x4.
Of course the Hart brothers, Brett,
Yeah.
Hitman
Sorry.
Hart. And who was the other guy? Oh God, what the hell is his name? Oh, I can't remember the one guy's name. Oh, I can see him. I'll have to think of it. Yeah, George the Animal Steel, Jimmy Snuka.
What was the ones that were like this?
Yeah, I forget. Oh, there was so many of them. There was there was the Samoan brothers. Yeah, that's back in the day. That's the old school that I used to watch.
Oh yeah, Rhea Ripley. That's the girl. Ripley from Ripley from Aliens. Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley. Oh, so I gotta check that out. Wow.
Oh, you
Did
love
not
Rhea
know that.
Ripley. She's a badass. She's a rocker, man. She kicks ass.
The Brett that could be stock market advice. He's rolling in the dough. Well, Joe income family always helps.
Yeah, and it's their yearly vacation. They stay safe up. They save up.
Yeah, this is their family vacation. Yeah, this is the whole thing. You guys have a Saint Bernard? No, what is that?
Oh, I think he's talking about our dogs barking.
Yeah, I was just saying. Is that,
there's 3 of them. You want to go ahead and announce the dogs?
Oh, we have a black lab. He's the biggest, and then the middle one is he's Rhodesian Ridgeback and a Collie, and the smallest is a Chihuahua mix. So we have small, medium, large.
there you go.
Yeah, well, tall, grande, venti.
There you go.
Yeah. You gotta talk to the millennials.
No supersize.
No
No,
super
no.
size.
I'm
Meanwhile,
the big dog. I'm the big dog.
My two dogs fit one of those little purse things. For the wife to carry the dogs around like in a big bag.
Oh yeah.
They all
So
wanted to be in here, so I moved the dog beds over here, and of course the cat is on the chair next to me. So
Yeah.
They all wanted to be
we
included.
apologize for any
Sorry.
sudden outbursts of puppy.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, thanks, Stephen. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. The Friday the 13th ranking. I had a ball doing that.
Oh yeah, good video, man. It was really
That was
good.
a lot of fun.
I was like, look at that. I was like, you know what? It's a hard list to debate. That was a good list.
Yeah, list. And I got a lot of decent feedback. So everybody's like, "Oh, you were pretty much on the money." I said, "Yeah." I said, "It's tried to be factual about it. I'm sure everybody's taste is the same, but I know 1 or 2 people I've seen in groups where when you have the OG Friday the 13th, like in the middle of it, like, oh, it's the original. I'm like, it doesn't make a difference. It's not the best one in the fucking bunch.
Yeah, that movie is. It's got a cool poster. We were just talking about
poster's great,
but
it's nostalgic. But I personally don't think it aged well. Some of the other movies aged a lot better. Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, Part 6, they all aged a lot better. But that's all blends into our love of 80s horror. So I'm looking. I have a list of some movies that people have not mentioned that I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of Videodrome. You guys ever see Videodrome?
Of course, yes, of course.
That movie freaked me out. I remember watching it late. It had to be like a late night watching on Skinamax or something late night, and I caught it, and it's just the weirdest thing ever. When he's pulling the big gun out of his stomach and everything, and Debbie Harry's burned herself with their freaking cigarette butts and everything. It's David Cronenberg, so what do you expect? But that's a great one. See what other great. Well, of course, we mentioned John Carpenter earlier. So you have Christine, all the Carpenter movies. Come on, Christine, They Live, Escape from New York, which is more action than horror.
Yeah.
But Prince of Darkness, such a great
I love
movie.
Prince of Darkness. God,
We have to do a watch along of that, and The Thing. I mean, of course, The Thing.
Oh yeah.
The Shining. We mentioned that. Let me see the other movies here. House.
Oh yeah, we did a watch along a long time ago with House.
Yeah, we did a watch along on our old podcast with House. House is another one. Fright Night, another one that's just a classic.
Fright Night rocks.
And as yesterday, today's the second. Yesterday, April Fool's Day.
April Fool's
which
Day.
is a horror movie, but it's really it's not. It's a fake horror movie because everything's a joke.
That's
it
true.
ain't real.
Huh?
And see what other stuff here. Evil Dead. Oh, Happy Birthday to Me. Did you ever see Happy Birthday to Me? That was good.
Yeah, that's good.
The Fun House. We mentioned
Funhouse
Camp.
Good. Yes.
Funhouse is good. That was Funhouse. That was Toby Hooper.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's Toby Hooper. Children of the Corn. I almost went to see the remake the other day, but I'm hearing nothing.
Don't waste your time, please. Don't.
Yeah, I think maybe when it's streaming one night and it doesn't cost me anything, I'll have to check it out just to watch it, even though I'm not hearing a damn good thing about it.
Oh man, don't.
You guys got to go watch Student Bodies. That's right. That's on here too. That was in my video.
Student Bodies. Yes.
10 movies that are so bad they're good. Go watch Student Bodies. It's a spoof of Halloween and early slasher movies from 1981. It's so bad it's good. You got to go check that out. What about Violent Night? Well, if you mean Violent Night's the newer one, unless it's one from the 80s. I'm not aware of. Yeah, Violent Night was great. We love that. We did a watch along of that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that's right. You weren't there for that. That was post. That was in. That was in. Yeah, that was in when we were in Purgatory there. But we'll gloss over that. The Prowler, great movie.
The Prowler, yeah. The Prowler is really good. That's a good choice. I kind of want to watch that one again.
Yeah,
we keep forgetting. Great. I don't think anybody's mentioned so far The Fly, 86, David Cronenberg.
Yeah, Cronenberg, The Fly. I thought Stefan mentioned it earlier because he threw a bunch out there. But yeah,
Fly is
Monkey Shines is good.
I like Monkey Shines. A little
Entity, corny, Cujo. Somebody mentioned. I like the remake of The Blob with
the Blob,
Kevin Dillon.
The Blob? Yeah, okay.
With Kevin Dillon. Cat's Eye is a good movie.
I like Cat's Eye.
So you mentioned Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, nobody's mentioned Near Dark, have we? From 80.
No, I don't think so. No.
Near Dark is amazing. Oh, good vampire flick, man.
And you've won a little horror comedy, Little Shop of Horrors. I love that movie. Rick Moranis and Steve Martin.
That's the bomb. I mean, literally, you can keep going on and on and on and on and on and on and on because there's just so much there, so much.
This is a good question from Blake. In the H78, was Brackett saying the dead animal in the house could be a skunk, or was he saying a skunk killed the dog?
Skunk killed the dog.
He's saying the skunk killed the dog only for the simple fact that if you read the novelization, that's the way it's said. Obviously, the novelization came out after the movie, but it didn't make sense the way he said it, so I'm assuming the dialogue is just like, him almost saying like a man wouldn't do that. Could have been a skunk, like something could have just killed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like it's actually right. And if you, was it the last episode? Yeah. The last episode of the Halloween book club that we did. And we talked about it. Joe and I brought that up. He's actually mentioning like a skunk could have did this.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Because it could be a little confusing there.
Oh, Toxic Avenger. Anybody mention the Toxic Avenger?
Oh, that was number one of my movies that was so bad they're good. The Toxic.
Toxic is the man. Good collectibles for him, by the way, too.
Light of the Demons. Favorite line: "Eat a bowl of fuck." Oh, I can't believe I just finished my first Twilight Zone video. How did I not even mention it, Stephanie?
Oh yeah,
Twilight Zone the movie. Oh yeah, I broke up. I was working on my 30 favorite Twilight Zone episodes, and it's just so long. So I broke it up into 3 sections.
Yeah, it's gonna be long.
Yeah. So the first 10 should be out this week. So, and then I'll have the other 20 out. Actually, it's more than that because if you guys, truth be told, there's an honorable mention and 2 episodes are tied for a spot. So it's actually 33 episodes.
Damn. Way to go, Stefan. I didn't see that. Toxic Avenger. Very nice, my friend. He mentioned it apparently. That rocks. How about nobody mentioned Pumpkinhead, did they? 88?
I don't think so. No.
Pumpkinhead rocks, man. Pumpkinhead. Can't go wrong, 88.
This was a good one too. Curtains. You ever see Curtains? That's a Canadian film.
I don't think I saw that.
No.
Yeah, look it up. It was this weird film, and I'm trying to remember the premise. All I remember is seeing this weird person with this big, long, weird face, with like a sickle, and they're on like ice, like a frozen lake. And I just remember the image of them like skating with a sickle and coming after somebody. It's a weird movie. I have to go back and rewatch that. Curtains. Oh, The Changeling was a good one. The Changeling was a great
Changeling
movie.
was good. The Serpent and the Rainbow was good.
Serpent in the Rainbow.
88. I mean, come on. The Blob you mentioned. The Hitcher is good. 86.
Oh, The Hitcher. What a good movie.
I can watch that movie. You know, was it Ruger Hauer, or whatever his name is? Can't remember his name.
Hey, Travis, what's up? Hope you guys are well. We enjoyed. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that was a lot of fun to put together. It was definitely a lot of fun. Cool. I just had something that just left my head. What the hell was it? I forget. I'll think of it. And then we could talk about, and the best part of this is, we're talking about all these great 80s horror movies, but what about the ones that really sucked? So, as I'm looking at this list, one of them here, one of the most disappointing one, which really wasn't, I mean, to me, it was horror, thriller, Maximum Overdrive. Did you ever see Maximum Overdrive?
Oh, I love Maximum Overdrive.
Oh, dude.
The music did it.
The music was the best thing in it. That was about it.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what. Actually, they got some good T-shirts. Fright Rags got some good shirts. Maximum Overdrive got some cool T-shirts, man.
Let's see. I'm trying to find some other ones that are straight ass cheeks, says Joe would say. This is not a bad one, a good one. I don't think Joe mentioned this, but this was on your list. Was a week or so ago. Silver Bullet.
Oh yeah. I love Silver Bullet.
I love Silver Bullet. Great movie.
Let's see the shitty movies from the 80s.
Yeah.
Jaws 3, 3D.
3. Yep. Jaws 3 sucked ass.
Straight Bootio, Amityville 3D. That's a turd. Yep. A straight up turd.
I feel like most things in 3D are not good.
Everything 3D is trash.
Honestly, and I think I even mentioned that during my Friday ranking, because I did see Friday the 13th Part 3 when it came out in 3D. And I mentioned, like, you know what, just keep that 3D shit to yourself. I would walk out of there with a headache because you have those stupid glasses.
Oh, yeah.
With the was it blue? Was it blue and red?
Blue and red.
Yeah. I'm like, just make a fucking movie, huh? Come on. Yeah.
The guy getting his head squeezed and he's the one with the eyeball boing going out like that.
Yeah, and where they see the old guy in the road sleeping, and he's like, he gave me this. And he's got an eyeball, and he's like sticking it in the screen. And it's
the yo-yo. I'm thinking the
yo-yo. Yep.
What else?
Just stupid shit. Keep that shit to yourself.
Shit was trash. Shit was straight ass.
Oh, do you like Danielle Harrison? H5 sucks, guys. Blake, you gotta come hang with us on Tuesday night when we do our watch along. Dina.
Oh no.
Yeah, man. We'll have a lot to say on Tuesday. And if you weren't here earlier, I am going to actively looking for a Man in Black hat to wear, since we wore our Bucky helmets last Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll get my hands on one eventually. You just go to your local thrift shop and thrift store.
Yeah, let's go to Party City. They have a bunch of shit. I'm sure I can find some cheap hat.
Oh yeah, you might. Yeah, you might. It's a good idea. Good call. So any other bad movies, my friend?
I'm trying to see, because most of the ones I have up on the screen are good. I saw Maximum Overdrive, and I'm like,
It's kind of hard to say that an 80s movie was terrible. Just because
there aren't too many that are real. There aren't that many that are really bad. I mean, some of the I can honestly say there's some that are I could say are bad, but they're so bad they're good, so I like them. Like we
Yeah.
talked about
The
Sleepaway Camp.
cheesiness.
Sleepaway Camp 2 is it's ridiculously bad, but it's a fun watch. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
Joseph, the
Ridiculously
horror guy,
bad, but a
coming
lot
for
of fun.
Halloween 3.
Hey, look at Joseph, the horror guy.
What
Well, I
is?
hate Halloween 3.
He is coming for it.
Oh,
Oh,
look at that. And that's our backdrop here is Halloween 3.
Oh.
Look at that. He's coming out swinging.
I
Josie,
know.
fair enough. I know.
Guys
he
are
didn't have
shitting on
black-
Danielle Harris. He's going to come out swinging.
It's okay. Everybody is entitled to their opinion.
Their own
Hey,
opinion.
I personally love Halloween 3, and so does MB and Joe.
Yeah,
But everybody's absolutely entitled to their opinion. You can hate anything you want. It's a free country, man.
I was going to.
Garbage Day. Yes,
Garbage day.
such
Hold
a
on,
bad move. Bad, it's good. Look at
Yeah,
that.
watch
Santa
yourself
Vera.
now. Watch yourself now.
Home of the Silver Shamrock.
There you go, honey.
Look at Blake. I'm watching WrestleMania, hoping to see Brett jump the railing and win the women's title.
Oh wow. Oh,
He'll rip his
wow.
shirt off and show his man breasts.
Oh my god.
That's funny. His man. I didn't say that.
Halloween Ends sucked and Stephen. Halloween Ends is starting to grow on me a little bit. It's by no means a good movie, and I'm not going to say that. But I have mentioned before, take the time and read the novelization. The book's better than the movie. You always hear that cliche that the book is better than the movie. In this case, the book is a lot better than the movie.
Yeah. As
A
I'm
lot better.
currently reading it as we speak.
Yes. Let me see what other movies here that I can say that weren't so great, but which one is this?
Hard, man. It's hard to shit on movies, man. It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, especially in the 80s, because it was really, really good. All right, so here, Rotten Tomatoes, 86 best horror movies of the 80s. Let's see what's on there. Oh, Motel Hell. I love Motel Hell. That made my So Bad They're Good list.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I just thought about it. Return of the Living Dead 2. That one from 88 sucked bad.
That sucked.
That one was trash. So I'm just gonna. That found one. So that's a good. That's a good
Oh,
call.
number one on the list is Aliens. I can see that. No argument there.
Oh yeah.
Evil Dead 1 and 2, Reanimator, Fly. I'm trying to see if there's anything that we missed. Oh, American Werewolf in London. How did I skip over that?
Oh man. Yeah. I thought somebody
Damn.
mentioned that. That's a
What
classic.
a great
You know what's
movie.
funny? Is the guy who was Kessler. He was here this weekend doing signings here where we
In San
usually always
Antonio.
go in San Antonio. I just didn't get to go, man, because I wasn't 100%. He was here.
What's his name? Griffin Dunn.
No, the other guy. The one who transforms into the werewolf, Kessler. That
Oh,
guy.
David Norton.
Yeah, he was here, dude. Past 2 days.
Oh, there's another great one. Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. That's a creepy movie.
Yeah, that I mentioned that.
Yeah, you brought
was
that up on the
mentioned- That was
podcast.
mentioned in we did what was that list that we did of actual horrors or something?
Movies that were based on actual horror, because that
Yes,
was based on
yeah.
Henry Lee Lucas.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The Dead Zone, great movie. Poltergeist, Gremlins, yeah.
Gremlins.
I've never heard of this one. Holy Blood, 1989.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if I want
that.
to watch that.
Day
Doesn't
of the
sound
Dead,
like it's right up my alley.
Ooh, Altered States, that's another great movie.
Altered States is good. I know Altered States.
Great William Hurt. Dead Ringers, The Thing, of course, The Shining, Near Dark is good, Fright Night, Predator, Videodrome, The Lost Boys, everything from my youth, The Fog.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, The Stepfather. I never saw that one.
Mm-mm.
I've seen it. It's okay. It's not bad. Not bad. You know this one. Okay, how about Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death? 1989. You remember that movie?
No, I may have seen it, but I don't
Barbeau?
remember the name. Oh, okay, but I didn't. I thought it was just called Cannibal Women. I don't remember it being that long of a name. Was it
it's
shortened?
Cannibal- Yeah, no, I may be, but it's Cannibal Women. I remember I saw that in.
I remember because Adrienne Barbeau was in it. I remember seeing
Yes.
scenes with her.
Yeah, she's like the main chick or whatever. But it's a parody of Indiana Jones. Like it's hilarious. I love it.
Ghoulies,
So bad it's
Critters,
good. That's
Hobgoblins.
too good.
So Possession, Alligator, The Changeling. I brought that up. The Company of Wolves. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Tetsui, the Iron Man. Oh, it looks Japanese. That's why. In the 80s, there was not a lot of Japanese movies around.
So,
Sleepaway Camp, Night of the Comet, great movie. I just watched
love
that
Night of the
a
Comet.
week or so ago. I saw Night of the Comet. Love that movie.
Is that the one with? I always get those confused. That's the one. What happens with Night of the Comet? I always get that one confused. Night of the Creeps.
With the two sisters, Kelly Maroney and the other blonde.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, and
Gotcha. That's right. I remember now.
yeah, the two sisters, and they're just like trying to remember the very end of it where there's like the person on the like who the hell's the person at the end? It's a famous person. So hold on a second. Famous actor. It was, let's see if it's Catherine Mary, Maroney, Robin, Jeffrey Lewis. Yeah, it was
Jeffrey Lewis.
remember
Yeah.
Jeffrey Lewis was in it because they were like the government controlling everything.
Got it.
Tenebrae.
Oh, I remember them. That one chick was in. She looks like a Baywatch babe. No, that's not.
The one Kelly Maroney, she was in Shopping Mall.
Chopping. That's right. Let's see. That's awesome.
Whoa, this is holy crap! How are you even alive? Blake said, "Moody, I ate 3 ribeye steaks today. How are you still breathing?"
Very nice, my friend. I'm jelly of you. Oh, she was in Weekend at Bernie's. That's where I remember her from. Gosh, dog it. Catherine Mary Stewart from Night of the Comets.
That's right. Yeah, the other one. All right, Joseph, have a good one, man. We'll see you again on Tuesday for the watch along.
Oh, you leaving, buddy?
The Wrath with Charlie Sheen was pretty awesome. For ambitious and bizarre it was, even if it's more of a superhero movie. I don't think I saw that one. Did you see that? The Wrath? I did not see that.
I might have, but probably not.
Tenebrae is another one. If you guys like the Italian giallo movies, Tenebrae is a great one. From Beyond, Dead of Winter, Wolfen, that's a good movie. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, we talked about. Oh God, I forgot about this. Basket Case. Did you ever see Basket Case?
Basket Case is cool. I like that.
That's a fucked up movie.
It's got a good cover too.
Yes.
A good what do you call it? Poster cover.
Night of the Creeps. There it is. Thrill Me. Phenomena. The Howling's great. Wow. The Hidden, The Burning. Nightmare on Elm Street 3, which we will be discussing tonight. That is our movie review. The Stuff. So this was the original version because they're talking about The Stuff because didn't they do a remake of it? That's why you keep seeing the Stuff shit everywhere.
The Stuff.
See, I'm always forgetting this. That's what I love about Blake. Hit that like button on the way out. I always forget to tell people. It's like it's so funny with YouTube. It's like Jesus. It's like you gotta get on your knees and blow people. Just hit the fucking like button. Hit the friggin' subscribe button. Don't cost nothing. It's like you gotta blow people. Seriously, come on.
We're not asking you for money. We're not asking you for nothing. We're just asking for you to push the button.
We're doing this simply for fun. They're having fun over in San Antonio, hanging out with me. I'm hiding from my wife and 2 puppies, and it's the best. And Nick, hey, what's up, Nick? Nick Bush is in the house.
What's up, Nick?
Hellraiser. The Toxie. We mentioned the Funhouse. We mentioned Cat's Eye. Christine. Scanners. God, I forgot about Scanners. What a great movie. I'm gonna suck your brain dry.
Scanners rocks. You know, and I believe the 80s are mostly known for how well the practical effects were. You know, they didn't need all this fancy CGI. They didn't need all that shit. That's why people like Tom Savini made a name for themselves. What was the guy who does the work for The Walking Dead?
Greg Nicotero.
Greg Nicotero. He learned the ropes from the 80s horror movies. I mean, the list is endless of all these great practical effects people. And I wanted to give a shout out to this because I hate doing this, but it's something that's fun. And it's long. And if you love 80s horror, go check out In Search of Darkness parts 1, 2, and 3. If you love 80s horror, it's kind of like a snapshot of all the different years and all these movies within the 80s. And it does a lot of guest commentary from the actors, directors, producers, all this stuff, and gives you some special insight on anything 80s horror. So it's so long, but it's also so good. So
I got to check that out. Yeah. We're probably going to do a review of that. Joe had mentioned about it, and I just had a crazy week. So I'm like 3 hours, 3.5 hours. I'm like, no, it's not going to happen.
It's long, man.
I'm definitely going to watch it though.
and it's free. Right now, you can currently find all 3 of them on Shudder. So if you have Shudder, or if you don't have it, it's good to subscribe so you can go check out this 1980s horror movie documentary called In Search of Darkness. MB knows. I made her sit there and watch this shit, and it was forever.
It was good, but it was also nap time, so what I saw was great.
Yeah, I guess this can be considered horror, but it's a horror comedy. Repo Man. I love Repo Man. Oh, you don't like Repo Man? Oh man, that takes me back to my youth, man. Man, I was a skateboarder and I was a punk rocker because that's Emilio Estevez was. You got to go watch that movie Nightmares I told you about that he's in too. That's another one from the 80s. Go watch Nightmares, people. It's sort of like a Dollar General version of Creepshow. It's like an anthology with 4 different stories, and one of them is with Emilio Estevez, where he's, you can tell this is the early 80s, where he's obsessed with video games, because video games, it was the height of arcades in the early 80s, and he gets like sucked into the game, and he's playing the game in real life. It's pretty cool. And the girl that and his best friend in it is Billy Jacoby, which you guys remember which is the crazy brother from Just One of the Guys. Did you ever see Just One of the Guys?
No, I didn't.
No.
Oh God, you got to go see Just One of the Guys.
It's going on the list.
Yes, go watch.
Holly.
It's a good comedy from the 80s. Go watch Just One of the Guys. It's a pisser. And the girl that he's friends with is Moon Zappa, which is Frank Zappa's daughter. It's a good movie. And there's also some other cool stories. One of the stories, in Nightmares, is this guy who's a priest, and he's being chased through the desert by this black truck, and you see like the cross upside down. It's supposed to be like Satan, because he's having his faith is being tested, and it's Lance Henriksen, actually.
Gotcha.
Yeah, real good movie. It's definitely worth. Go see Nightmares, people. And have you ever watched Body Bags? I love Body Bags.
Oh, Body Bags is dope.
I'm drawing a blank now. Was Body Bags the 80s or was that the 90s? Admittedly, I think it was the 90s, right?
Let's look it up.
This is another one. It's a B flick. It's all right. The Toolbox Murders. Videodrome, absolutely the best, and of course you got to love.
Body Bag was 93.
Yeah, I didn't think it was the 80s. Body Bags are great though. Mistress of the Dark, Elvira. You got to love her.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. What the hell?
Totally
miss Elvira? What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I miss. For all those, sorry, forgive me, MB, but everybody go check her out in her Playboy spread in the 70s. It was amazing. What's her real name?
Elvira?
Yeah,
I can't remember her real name. I'm going to kick myself because I know it, but I just can't. Cassandra Peterson.
Cassandra Peterson, that's right.
There we go.
That's right. She did
I was like, oh, I'm blinking.
Oh, this one was so bad. It was good. I don't even know I can say it was good. Did you guys ever sit through Cannibal Holocaust?
Oh, yeah. That movie.
Yeah, I didn't think much of it.
It makes lists all the time about how great it was. I'm just not a fan. It makes a lot of lists.
Yeah, it's all right. It's one that could easily make the list of movies you could just watch once and you really don't need to see it again.
Yeah.
Serpent in the Rainbow, great film. I love
movie,
that.
Yeah.
Demons, another Dario Argento movie. That's really good.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Friday the 13th, of course. The Blob remake.
Do you see the transition from when we covered the 70s last week to now? How the 70s were more like real, like scary. And then the 80s was more trying to not just scare you, but kind of like visually appeal to you, like show you things that you normally wouldn't see. You know, the 70s scared you on a different level as opposed to the 80s, in my opinion. Like, it was a different vibe.
To steal a phrase from Erwin Yablans, it's the 70s were like theater of the mind. Yes. Things you didn't see. They wanted to keep them in the darkness. Like that's what Halloween was. The whole story of Halloween was. And a lot of the movies were like that. One movie I talked about last week. Remember, I told you how I went back and rewatched the first horror movie I ever saw, which was "Don't Be Afraid of the Dark." It was those demons in the shadows. You really don't start seeing them till later in the movie. Sort of like Halloween, where you start to see Michael's face a little bit better later on, and then boom, it's all out in the open. The 80s, what the 80s did is desensitize us to horror.
Yes, they did.
Because it
Yes.
just came at us now. Because nowadays you just see that there's so much blood and guts in movies, and you're just so
Nope, everybody's like,
desensitized to it.
big
It
deal.
doesn't bother you. Yeah, I mean, just look at Terrifier.
We
Terrifier
needed,
movie.
Oh my God,
we needed something like
Yeah,
Terrifier
exactly.
and Terrifier 2 to get our attention. You
Could you
know?
imagine like a Terrifier movie coming out in like 1980?
Oh,
I
that
think we wouldn't be phased by Terrifier now if that happened.
But this movie sucks. This movie blows.
Yeah, seriously.
I sat through Terrifier 2 like this the whole time.
I was like
Cannibal
whoa.
Holocaust. I know, Stefan. And when I say movies, go watch them. Everybody's got to form their own opinion. Cannibal Holocaust is basically. Is it? I would think it's probably like the first found footage horror movie.
Yeah.
It's found footage of like these people that were like in the Amazon, and it's an alright watch. It's very low budget. It's kind of cheesy. The practical effects are kind of cheesy. There's a little bit of nudity in it if you want to see a little bit of nudity, but it's just it's one of those things when you watch it once, you could say you watched it. I can see why it was groundbreaking at the time because of what I just said about Terrifier, because it was pretty gory for the time. And honestly, if I remember correctly, if you read up, and I think Rogerio Deodato, the director, actually they brought in Italian. He got brought into an Italian court because he had actually kind of proved that the people were still alive because people thought it was real.
Wow.
I remember reading a whole thing on it where he actually got brought into an Italian court because it would have, and he had a show with look, no, they're still here, they're alive, there they are.
This is just make believe, folks.
Right.
It's all make believe, guys. I didn't do it, and I think I mentioned to you guys once before. So if you guys never heard of Rogerio Deodato, he is the fun fact. He is the one cannibal in the first Hostel movie, the one that's eating the guy's leg.
Oh yeah, got it.
Yeah. So what the hell is this? Eli Roth brought him in as a cameo. So he's the guy that's eating the guy's leg. And he just died within the last year, I think. I think he died this year.
Oh,
Was
no.
this year, the end of last year, he passed away.
Sad.
Let's see what's going on in the chat. Travis, what was some 80s television or children's films that scared you? There was a Winnie the Pooh Halloween special that had a terrifying sequence of Piglet lost in the woods with demonic-looking trees.
Oh.
That's fucked up.
I know.
What did Piglet do to you, man?
80s television or children's films that scared you? That's a really good question. I'm gonna have to think about that because I don't really remember watching any like things like that. I was always the movie from like watching VHS stuff. I have to think about it though. It's a tough one. Let's see. Pete says Terrifier was great, but clowns can get old fast, in my opinion. I'll have to say that. Yeah, if they keep coming out, I don't want to see a bunch of clown movies.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
We should do our top 5 ranking of our favorite horror clowns. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that would be good. You know what I was scared of? Maybe it's not the 80s, but Mr. Was it Neighborhood Guy? Would you be my neighbor? What was that?
Oh, Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers, yeah. You remember that whenever they would cut to the little dolls, the dolls that had like the red nose makeup and
the little puppeteer dolls. Yep.
Ugly, scary ass.
Raggedy Ann. What are you talking about?
I was scared of those puppets, man. The ones in Mr. Rogers. Remember? And it was.
I was never scared of dolls though.
No, man, those things were ugly and creepy. Fuck that.
My grandma had this ventriloquist doll. His name was Willie. And so I used to scare my cousin's wife with it all of the time. So I don't know. I grew up with Willie. I was not scared of dolls. And my grandma liked Chucky. So
good story. Here's a story about Mr. Rogers I can tell you guys. So my cousin Ed, my cousin Eddie, not Randy Quaid, cousin Eddie, my cousin Eddie. And if he's watching this, I don't know if he's watching this or not. So he's a couple years younger than me, and we grew up real close, almost like brothers. And he was in the 80s. We used to break his chops, and we'd always tell him that don't watch Mr. Rogers. He's a child molester. So if he was, so if he was over, we'd put it on, and he'd start crying. He's like, turn it off, and then stop, please,
bastards.
Like, don't watch him. And then he'd walk into the room, we'd change the channel. He's like, no, and you run into the other room.
That is,
the torture you do to your young cousin. I didn't have a younger brother, so I had to torture somebody. I was the younger brother.
That is funny, man.
Oh, here's a good one. Like Blake said, at the end of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, man, he gets like real evil at the end of it, with the spinning eyes and shit.
Yeah,
that's right.
That was creepy as all hell. I forgot about that.
You're right.
Travis says that's why the first Jeepers Creepers works so well. So many things happen in the background of frames, and they hold off on showing the creeper until the end. True. Yeah, I haven't seen it. Didn't they just come out with another Jeepers Creepers?
Did they?
Yeah,
There's three of
the
them.
shitty one, the shitty ass. Do not waste your time one.
Is it the third one or a different one?
Yeah, this was good too. Zelda,
Oh,
the sister from Pet Cemetery, that she always creeped the shit out of me.
That was scary. The sunken in sister, the sick one. Oh fuck that.
Zelda, the sister. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. No, not playing that. Yeah, the Jeepers Creepers were born. Don't waste your time. Straight booty hole.
Which one is this? I've seen the Black Emmanuel film, The Last of the Cannibals, I believe it's. No, I didn't see them. The only Emmanuel films I remember seeing were the ones from the 70s. They used to be on Skinamax late at night.
Skinamax.
I did not see that one. Yeah, when always wait for my mom and dad to go to sleep and then sneak downstairs, put it on low, and put on Skinamax to see some skin.
That's right. Every kid's like guilty pleasure growing up, trying to sneak the porn, the good old porn. And it was never like the full. It was like the softcore.
It was all it was nothing.
Yeah, it was just like the motions. You didn't really see anything.
The rest stuff was the stuff that was scrambled that you were like just trying to figure out. Like,
I was like, man, that guy's really enjoying himself. What's going on there?
I'm like, oh, I just saw a boob. No, I don't know what that is. No, there's a leg. Yeah. Need Escape from New York video game. Oh, I'd love that. I'm not a video guy, but if they came out with like a good Halloween game or Escape from New York, I might have to. As I got older, I guess I just stopped playing games. In the 80s, I was a big gamer, and I tried getting into it with my son years ago because he's a big Xbox, he's a big game guy, and I remember him giving me he said, "Come on, Dad, let's play this game," and I'm like, "Why are there like 2 joysticks and like 10 buttons? I want 1 stick and I want 1 fucking button. What's all this shit?"
Lazy.
I'm getting old.
Y'all need to try. It's been out for a while. Friday the 13th, the game. That's fun. That is a fun game. I have it for my Xbox, and I don't really play.
I know. I one of these days I'll start getting into that. When I get some time, I just wish I have enough time. The Boogeyman, the Ghostbusters cartoon was a bit too much for me too. I remember seeing the Ghostbusters cartoon, not too much of it though. So I was a little bit older at that point. Let's see. What did he say? I remember 2000. Yeah, those the late night Emmanuel movies. Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, she was cute. I forget what her name was. She was married to somebody famous too, from what I remember. Yeah, I do remember all the golden age of porn people. My wife's just like, "How do you know all these names?" I'm like, "Don't ask." No, Society, Cat People, good movie.
Cat People's all right. Yeah.
Psycho 2. Actually, I think that would be a good duel. Which one is the better sequel to the original? I would say Psycho 2 and probably Dr. Sleep.
Oh, nice.
2 of the best sequels of like 2 incredible movies.
Absolutely.
Oh, you're talking about the puppets.
Yeah, the puppets, man.
Oh, here's one. Here's one that's so bad, so good. Swamp Thing. That's so bad, it's so good.
Oh yeah.
Get to see Adrian Barbeau's assets, and it's directed by Wes Craven.
Yeah, can't go wrong with Swamp Thing. I remember he was real cool. He had a cool look to him. He was real cool.
He did. I liked. I grew up on that, so I enjoyed it.
Swamp Thing rocks ass.
Let's see. Travis says, "Is there a sound effect or musical cue in an 80s film that scared you? In Predator, when Mac is killing the pig, that scream made me want to sleep with the lights on." I would honestly say, you know what? Always, it still does. Gives me goosebumps and the creeps. The scene in The Shining when the Jack Nicholson walks into room 237 and sees the hot blonde, the hot lady. And then it turns into the old decrepit lady, and she's got that evil laugh as he's walking out. Oh, that evil! It's giving me goosebumps now. That always freaked me the shit out, man.
That is ugly as hell. No, man.
Yeah. Oh,
if we're talking about scary moments, I'm thinking about Insidious. Remember where he actually sees the demon like behind, like he just sees half the fucking that jump scare right there, and then the scene where he goes back, he goes into the other realm or whatever to go get his kid, and the fucking demon's like sewing or whatever, and then he's there to save his kid, and he looks up, and the fucking demon's like staring at him, like, and then the chase begins. That's terrifying. I just got the fucking chills, bro. Insidious sucks.
Take care, Blake. Thanks for stopping in.
Later,
Make sure
Blakey.
Make sure you stop in on Tuesday night if you can for the Halloween 5 watch along. I think you'll have a lot of fun with that. And
sure,
what movie
Thanks for coming by.
movie you guys doing this week? You and Ronnie, what are you guys doing a live review of this week? Let me know. I'm sure I can go check it out, but if you want to let everybody know to check it out. When Blake and Ronnie do their live reviews, it's fucking hysterical. You got to go check it out.
They're so good.
I was so pissed that I missed it on Friday. Well, it was more of a discussion about Halloween 5. About Friday 5, rather. The Shining is gold. Absolutely.
Gold.
Oh, here. This is great, too. When Michael jumps up to kill Alice in H2.
Yeah, we did a watch along. Yeah. Super cool. Super bloody. Let me see that knife.
I'm trying to think what other 80s or whatever. Exorcist 3. The scene in Exorcist 3 when you see that nurse?
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't know if it was like a nurse, like an evil nurse came with the big freaking hedge clippers to cut the head off. Oh yeah, this should be fun. You guys got to tune in for this. I forgot they're doing a review of Major League. You got to do Major League.
Oh, I love Major League. I can like do the whole movie verbatim.
Don't fuck with Joe Boo.
Yeah. He's like,
yeah, I'll definitely be there for that.
Bad. Very bad. He's up your butt, Joe Boo.
Future scene in Terminator when the Terminator infiltrates the base and you only see its red eyes and the movement of the animatronic T-800 at the end freaked me out.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's creepy. I mean, of course, The Exorcist, the fucking spider walk scene. Fuck that. The fucking like this.
Oh yeah.
Down the stairs. Nope. I'm good. I'm okay.
The Exorcist 3, that movie does not get enough love. Exorcist 2, The Heretic, is to quote Joe, with his straight ass cheeks. Halloween 2 versus Friday 2, which do you like better? Honestly, I am going to say Halloween 2, of course, because I love it, but that's tough because I love Friday the 13th Part 2. That was my number 1 in my ranking, and that movie, I've talked about it countless times, how nostalgic it is for me.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's a good matchup.
That's a good matchup.
It goes to H2 all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Because without that, there'd be no Friday franchise like Halloween 1. So suck it.
Yeah. H2 all the way. Absolutely. Yeah. Not all the way because Friday 2, man, it's my number 1 Friday movie. I've got a lot of nostalgia for that. I love that movie inside and out. So that is a tough matchup, but I'd have to give it to Halloween 2.
Oh, and thanks for joining us there, Pete. Thanks for joining us, buddy. And I didn't mean for you to suck it. I meant Friday 2 can suck it.
Yeah. He's got to rephrase.
Let's get that clear.
When Joe's sucking, he's got to rephrase his sucking so everybody understands what he's sucking.
Yeah. Friday 2. Yeah.
Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Hey.
I have to go back and watch Exorcist 3. It's been a minute. It's such a good movie. I mean, look, I'm anything with George C. Scott, I'm a sucker for. I love George C. Scott. And yeah, exactly. Friday 2 was great because it's where Jason was the killer for the first time, and that's that big good what do you call it? Well, it was mentioned in Scream, the original Scream, who was the killer in Friday the 13th, when it wasn't Jason, it was his mother. So there's actually 2 movies where Jason's not the killer. So it'd be Part 1 and Part 5 because it's not Jason, it's Roy Burns. He's just dressed up like Jason.
That's right. That's right.
Look at Stefan. Shut up, Lester. Lester's getting on my nerves again. I'll wait until guys come and join us for that Halloween movie book club this Thursday. That whole scene plays out a little bit different in the book. With Annie. Did you read that chapter yet? Oh yeah,
I'm ready.
Yeah. It's needless to say she might be a little stanky down there.
Oh.
You read that part, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, come back. Make sure you're here for that Halloween movie book club this Thursday as we discuss the last 5 chapters of the novelization.
That is too funny.
And yes, I absolutely agree. Ginny is my favorite final girl of the franchise. I would love to have seen her come back for part 3 and beyond. And part 3 is another good one because you can technically. So part 3 would be the first one that wasn't filmed at a lake. It was that barn area.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They had a bit of water there, but it wasn't Camp Crystal Lake.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And they run into the bikers and all that shit, right? Yeah, that's right. It takes place in a barn.
Yeah, Scream 96 spoiled for Friday's Killer for you.
Yeah.
It's like they spoiled it for me, man. Unrelated, but who was the best non-Jason host in Jason Goes to Hell? The coroner, the cop, or the TV host? That's good.
Right.
I don't know. The coroner always freaked me out because he was big black guy.
I would say, well, yeah, that guy, because he ate the heart and all that.
He
shit.
ate the heart, man. I was like, oh god,
yeah, that was gnarly. It was like all that jelly. That's gross. You like that sound?
Yeah, Richard Brooker was one of my favorite Freddy's because I actually mentioned it in when I did my ranking. It's just like I love his just nonchalant. He just shoots and drops, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go fuck some people up."
Yeah,
you know? It was just so nonchalant the way he did it. I love that.
Oh yeah. Oh, that. Ugh. I don't know, Jason. I remember renting Jason Goes to Hell myself, like going to the video store and seeing the cover with the mask and the snakes coming through the eyes. And I remember being so hyped to fucking see this movie. And I remember the video player that we had, you know how it would pop up from the top?
Mm-hmm.
You had to put it in. I was so excited putting it in and slamming it down and hitting the big ass play button. And then I hardly got to see Jason after he got fucking blown up. I was like, yeah, Jason. And I was like, what the fuck is he?
What the hell just happened? Yeah.
I spent my own money and I was like, this movie sucks. And I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't have the capacity to understand what was going on in the film at that time.
That was our first VCR had that. I think it was a Quasar or it was a JVC.
Something, yeah.
Press the button and the thing came up and you put the tape in.
Yeah. Like old school vibes, like badass. And most of the time, it would fucking eat the tapes, but you know, I remember we had a shitty one.
I remember a few times where it ate the tape from a rental store. And,
you still just put it back in the case.
I just put that. It wasn't me, man. Did you break the tape? It wasn't me, man. I remember my father opening one up because they had little screws on the old TDK tapes, and you could open it up, and he just fucking used Scotch tape, put that shit back together for me. He's like, "Yep, put it back."
That's it.
they say anything, if they bring it up, just say, look, that's the way it was. We weren't even able to watch the whole thing the right way because they never know.
That's right. And then what I always did was I always kept track of who was working at night at the movie store. So you knew who was checking the videos and who wasn't. So you know, if there's some some chump, you just go ahead and just drop it in the little drop off box and you're good. They didn't check shit. They didn't check. Oh, good times. Good times.
Awesome. So that is our love of 1980s horror. And we can talk all night about 80s horror, but I know we do have some other things on the agenda that we're going to try to cram into here tonight because we can just, who couldn't talk 80s horror all night long? But we are going to do speaking of the 80s, we thought it'd be appropriate to stay with the 80s and do a movie review of Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. Would you like to go first?
Absolutely.
We watched this here today.
So I watched it last night again. I said, you know what? Let me just do a rewatch. Not that I haven't seen it 100 times, but I just let me just do another rewatch because it's good.
This is one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, it's only an hour and a half. I was like, why not watch it? So you want to go first, babe? Go ahead.
You first.
Okay, I'll go first. So for me, as many people know, or many people like me, consider part 3 to be one of the best, if not the best, outside of part 1 of the Nightmare franchise. So I love it. I remember first watching it at my Aunt Miriam's house as a kid on the big old brown wood TV. Remember that with the big
Zenith.
dials? Yeah.
Mhm.
I had a
And the way they
Zenith.
had it set up was you'd have to go down into, like, when you walk in, you had to take off your shoes and you had to walk around, and then it dropped down into the living area. You had the 2 couches and the big TV in the center. And I remember they played it at my aunt's, and it was all the cousins were there, and everybody, all the only ones that the older ones stayed up late, and all the others fell asleep early. So I remember I stayed up for the whole movie, and everybody was scared. And I just remember the scene at the end where they're fighting with the skeleton. They got Freddy's bones, and they're trying to bury it. And I remember being so fucking scared. And then the scene where all the lights shining because they're hitting them with the holy water and all that shit.
That was like genius.
That was,
I don't know.
It was so entertaining. The kids I really related to. I love what was the muscular guy? Kincaid is one of my personal favorites. Much like other, love Kincaid. Heather Langenkamp is back. She reprised her role as Nancy. She's the bomb. Freddie.
Never understood why the gray streak was there though.
Yeah, never. Yeah,
she wasn't that old, so I didn't understand that. But that was just something that just, I don't know. It was just a little weird.
Aside from the kids.
Yeah, it was really. I didn't believe that she was like a fucking doctor or whatever. I didn't believe that for 1 minute.
She was an intern or whatever.
Whatever she was. I didn't believe that shit. Good old John Saxophone was in the house. The man himself, John Saxon. Man, no, the kills are great. Welcome to primetime.
Oh yeah, that's the best line.
There you go.
What a rush, with the fucking
with
all
the
that
needles.
With Jennifer Rubin, she was great. But so no, long story short, it's a classic. It's top 2 or 3 out of the franchise for me. And I'm gonna give that 9 sushis, my guy.
Nice sushi. You gotta send me the sushi picture. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
I can echo those words too. We'll jump in the chat because there's some people
Sure.
right now. Oh yeah, me too. Pete, he saw Nightmare. Excuse me, 3 in the theater. One of the best in your opinion. Absolutely. This number 2 on in my ranking. It'll definitely be number 2. I did see it in the theater as well. Travis says, I'll confess right now, I've seen Nightmares 1, 2, 4, and half a season of Freddy's Nightmares, but I've never actually seen Dream Warriors. Oh, got to go back and see Dream Warriors.
You're in for
you're in for a fun ride. It's a good movie.
Only $6 on Prime, so you get to buy it for $6. Did
we buy it or did we rent
We bought it.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, because it was $3 to rent and $6 to buy.
Oh yeah, it was cheap.
Yeah. You got to see. You'll enjoy it. And I will admit, New Nightmare. I do enjoy New Nightmare. That was a lot of fun. It was a novel idea. What they did there.
Love New Nightmare.
And they actually kind of ripped it off a little bit for this. What the hell? I forget what season number it was for American Horror Story. They did that Roanoke one, which is basically the same because where it was based almost like a documentary style, where they have actors portraying real life stuff, and then they brought everybody together. They brought the real people and the people that played them in the documentary into the house, and all shit starts going fucked up. That's a great season, Roanoke. I love that one.
You have to check that out. I'm gonna write that down. I believe I've seen it, but it doesn't hurt to watch it again.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool because my wife and I, my wife's big into paranormal shit, so she watches all the paranormal stuff, and they always do reenactments with actors and actresses but they'll flash to the actual people. And that's what this whole storyline was. It was like about this haunted house in Roanoke, Virginia, and they were doing it where they had they would show you the real people, which obviously is actors and actresses anyway because it's all made up. The real people, supposed real people, then flash to the actors, and then they had the whole idea of coming back and revisiting it with the actual people that lived it and the people that played the parts, and shit just goes haywire.
Oh damn! Okay. I might have to check that out. Roanoke. I got it.
Yeah, Roanoke. It's a real good season. Let's see what else is going on here. I've heard.
Hey, Stefan's got some good points here, my guy. You're really killing it. Priscilla was in Dream Warriors. She was in Carrie and Blue Velvet. Yeah, that's right. Let's get Rush.
Yeah.
Oh, what a rush. Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne was in Nightmare 3. Yes, absolutely. Here's a good one. You guys said, "Welcome to prime time, bitch." What's a good line? My favorite line is, "Where's the fucking bourbon, bitch?"
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The mother's head. I
No,
told you I have somebody over here. You're so selfish.
I like the Zaza Gabor. Who gives a frick what you think?
Yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a
With
good
Dick,
one.
with Dick Cavett, yeah.
Yes.
Dick Cavett show.
That
Hey,
was-
what's up? Ronnie's. Well, Blake went to bed, and we got Ronnie. Haven't
There you
seen
go,
him in
Ronnie.
8+ years.
Thanks for coming on, buddy.
And of course, Dokken had the killer song "Dream Warriors."
Oh,
I was a
yeah.
big Dokken, still a big Dokken fan.
Oh, and I forgot to mention
George
the
Lynch.
intro, the whole paper mache thing.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
very eerie and like really
Right.
creepy. Yeah, that was a really good intro. Very good intro. You know, you
And
start
if-
off with a kid singing 1, 2, Freddy's
Freddy's coming for you.
all that shit. It's fucking great.
And I always liked it because I liked I had to go look. I just brought it up because I wanted to make sure I remembered everybody's real names. But the doctor, Dr. Gordon, was Craig Wasson, who I loved in Body Double.
Oh,
It was
okay.
Great. If those hadn't seen Body Double, go see Body Double. That's a great movie. Patricia Arquette was great in this. When she was real young, and I liked the story. I love how they brought Heather back. I liked how I liked the whole how she was able to get into their dreams. Remember, Patricia
Oh, that
Arquette was
was
able to
cool
bring them into the
feature.
dreams. So I thought that was great. I didn't understand how. The only plot hole I could say in this is how Nancy shows up, and it's like, well, where's she been this whole time? How did she get this education to the point where she can get this job?
That's what I said.
It's like she just showed up.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm
That was-
certified. I got the position. I'm like, what?
Yeah, so that was the
Her
only
first
plot
day
hole.
or whatever.
But yeah, some great kills. Some I like the characters. You related to all the characters. You had the one kid that didn't want to talk, that had the hots for the nurse,
Yeah,
and you got to
really.
see some nice tatas. God bless him on his way out. And the other, it was the one black kid who just used to get in trouble all the time. He was good. He was like sort of the
Yeah,
hard ass.
Cade was dope. Yeah.
Kincaid, he was good. But and then there was the drug addict girl, obviously. You know,
What's
like
her
the
name,
top, the
Taryn?
tomboy.
Yeah, Taryn or something like that. Taryn.
Yeah, let me
something
get
like
their names so I'm not guessing. Oh, I closed it out, whatever. But yeah, they were likable characters. You enjoyed everything that was going on. It kept you interested the whole time.
You
Freddie
were
was,
rooting for the kids, but also the kills were badass.
Yeah.
and this was probably the last one where Freddie was a little scary because after this he just became a clown with all the one-liners. There was some one-liners in this, but it was still not so over the top that it was still kind of cool.
Yeah.
So for me, the whole package of this, I'm right there. I'd probably give it a 9.
Ooh, you got to.
Got to give it a 9.
Compared
So-
to the others, like, yeah, it's way better.
I mean, bouncing back from part 2, which, you know, I mean, it's starting to get its love now later on, but I didn't think much of it. I mean, of course, everybody's like, you know, because of the kind of overtones of what 2 had, and everybody sort of mistook it for. I never cared about that. I just didn't think it was a great movie.
No, it
So,
wasn't.
It really
know,
wasn't.
all my
Part 3
children,
was much better.
But
Yeah.
yeah, whatever.
What about you, MB? You're here.
I know.
I've been interjecting a
What
little
say you?
bit. I was thinking 8.5 sushis. I rank it really high. I enjoy that watching that movie every time. I don't know what was y'all's favorite kill in this movie? Do y'all have a favorite
I
one?
got a favorite. You want to go with that?
Mine's the needles.
I don't know. I honestly, maybe it's a little anticlimactic. I like the one kid where he comes and he rips his veins out, and he's using them like a puppeteer.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
yes.
That
Yes.
was creepy as hell. I like that.
Was, and he's like, you only see him.
And he's moving like this. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on with him? And the one kid that can't talk is like, trying to say, hey, look, check this guy out. You know, trying to
But
get.
the other guy was just like, all right, I tried.
He's like,
Bye.
Yeah.
oh,
Time to go back to sleep.
asshole.
Yep.
No, I guess since you took that one, you took the needles. I'm gonna have to go the TV head smash. The
It's
welcome
prime time.
to prime time, biatch. And he fucking,
Time, bitch.
you know, that to me is one of the most iconic scenes.
And then Lawrence Fishburne finds her like Like if she did it to herself, I'm like, she can't get herself up there into that TV.
No.
That's the thing that you shake your head. It's like, seriously, you think she just threw her ass up there and put her head in that fucking TV? I mean, come on.
It's not Lawrence. I'm sorry, Larry Fishburne.
Larry
Just
at
get
that
straight.
time.
Larry Fishburne.
Yes, that's true. He was credited as
Larry.
Larry Fishburne. That's right.
Larry
That's just
Fishburne.
true.
That's
What's
right.
the matter, Joey? A little tongue-tied?
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. Gave us, you know what? Those, I'll tell you this. This is a good versus.
Yes,
Those
yeah.
movies that you saw there versus the H2 movies in the hot tub. That's a good versus right there.
Yeah.
Those are very nice, right, honey?
Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's definitely in my dreams. I'm beautiful and bad. Now she's got the freaking mohawk,
Oh, with the knives.
Yeah.
the knives, and
She was
yeah,
also in the movie Crush.
and he could walk in his dreams. That's how he knew he was in his
Yeah.
dreams.
That's right. He's like, I'm the Prince of Elves. I'm the whatever Ulrich or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, he's a master wizard of some sort.
Corny.
Yes,
But
the
that's
nurse was a
okay.
10. She was good to go. Nice rack, Basil.
Hot day. Well said, my friend. Well said there, Pete.
Yeah, we might have to revisit the topic we had on our old podcast where we ranked our top 5 favorite boobs.
You can help us with that, honey.
Oh, okay.
And Bee's more than welcome to chime in. She's seen the movies too.
You can do your top 5 man ass.
Man ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know the you can do your top 5 hairiest man ass, and I think it has to go to the guy in Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Has to go
Remember
right
Silent
here.
Night, Deadly Night? Wow.
Wow. That's funny.
Damn.
Wow. I don't have a hairy ass. You put me on blast. Put me on blast.
It was just right there.
Yeah, or she can do man boobs too.
Oh, Pete's a man after my own heart. He knows it. I love for Debbie Sue in
Debbie
part
Sue,
5.
of course.
Those were my favorite boobs in any movie.
No, we gotta do another ranking. But then
Yeah,
we
top
gotta
5
do slash
nurses
man
and
boobs too.
slashers.
Slash man boobs.
We're not sexist here. We're gonna go both sides.
Yeah, that's it. Why not?
I'm gonna have to Google that.
I know Chris Farley's gonna be on my list.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
So that is our review of Nightmare on Elm Street 3. What say you guys in the chat? You guys everybody knows the lines. Drop a ranking in the chat. Let us know 1 through 10. What's yours? So we had Joe and I were both even at a 9, and B was 8.5, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let us know in the chat what you guys think. I mean, everybody seems to be big fans of it. So
It's the best.
don't be shy. And what do we have on our agenda? So we do a segment each week where we talk about things that we've seen. So maybe give people some ideas, and we hope people throw some ideas in the chat and let us know stuff to watch as well, because we're always watching movies when we can. Admittedly, I didn't watch too much this week. I was a very busy man, but let's find out what everybody watched.
You're gonna.
So,
Ooh.
watch anything interesting this week?
We watched a lot of things this week.
Yeah,
What do you guys
wanna
watch?
go
Anything
start off
interesting?
from the top here?
Okay.
Work your way over.
Well, so like I said, I think it was last week. We saw John Wick 4, but I had never seen any of the other John Wick movies, so we watched 1 through 3.
So we watched
There you go,
John.
marathon.
Yeah.
We did John Wick 2, and then John Wick 3, Parabellum, which means prepare for war. Yeah, I trained her well.
There you go.
Yeah, so now she understands the John Wick world. Now she's fascinated. Now she can't get enough of John Wick. You know,
Well, is it John Wick, or is it just can't get enough of Keanu Reeves?
That
probably.
man is a vampire. He does not age.
That's right. That's true.
What else did we watch?
Oh, I watched
80s comedy.
1986 Platoon. Platoon.
Oh, great movie.
Yeah, I was just sitting there all my lonesome, and I watched it, and you know it, Pat. This is one of the best movies ever made.
Mhm.
And we had to watch it again. So that was one I watched. The next one, honey.
Oh, Final Destination.
Yeah, Final Destination.
That was on before Platoon.
First one?
Yeah, that was the first one. with the plane and everything with Devon Sawa.
Devon
And
Sawa.
B loves her some Devon Sawa, especially from the new Chucky series.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she loves Devon Sawa. No, I don't understand.
Are you caught up on that, Pat? Chucky?
On what? No,
Chucky?
I haven't got it. I have not been able to get on. I'll explain. I had another crazy week.
I need them to keep figuring out ways to kill Devon Sawa
Stop,
because
you can't tell them that.
I love it.
You can't tell them that. What's the next one?
This work thing where I actually have to get up and go to work is really cutting into my movie time. It's really just starting to get on my nerves. It's really starting to get on my nerves.
Let's see here. Okay, so this is something that she wanted to watch, and we watched it yesterday. Go ahead.
It was trash. Murder Mystery 2.
Oh my god!
And it's because I had seen the first one. It's that Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston, they're a married couple. Some bogus PIs, you know.
They think they're trying to be private investigators, but they're pretty trash.
It's cheesy.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah,
I did not like it.
I was like, oh, I saw the first one. I can't remember, but I think it was okay. And then we watched it, and I was just like, okay, I never have to watch this again.
Yeah, it was on Netflix. It was #1 watched in the country or whatever, and it was fucking ass cheeks.
Yeah,
I could fucking do without. Let's see here.
Well, I think next week, Pete, we're going to pick up after because we did 70s last week, 80s this week. So I think we'll just go online and do 90s horror next week.
Yeah, I'm down with that. And we have one more.
we have 2 more.
What's that?
Go ahead. What do you got?
What's that?
So we watched Death Becomes Her.
Oh,
good movie. I love that movie.
Meryl Streep.
I
and
forgot we
Goldie
watched
Hawn.
that. That's right.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
the fucking practical effect was the first movie to win CGI, right?
Yeah.
Academy Award or something like that.
Oh, did it? I'm not sure. I didn't even know. I haven't watched that movie probably since it came out, but it was a good movie.
That movie was
Yeah.
great. We did watch that.
And then
Today, you're gonna be a little jelly because I think this was on your radar too. We watched Pearl.
I know. I got to get to watch that.
Yeah, it was good.
Dude.
It was good.
Dude.
You gotta
I mean,
see.
I love X. I mean, admittedly, I think X is a great movie. I wasn't gaga over it like everybody got gaga over it. I thought it was a good
this
movie.
Was better than X.
Oh, dude.
I've heard Pearl is better than X, and I have to watch it. And I just been trying to find the time to squeeze it in, and I have to watch it. Yeah.
So for everyone, if you haven't heard of it, because I don't think it was like advertised very much. I saw it just a time or two in the theater advertisements. It's the prequel to X, and it's the origin story of the old lady.
Yeah.
And it is good.
Dude, it's freaking trippy. The girl, the main actress,
She is cuckoo for Cocoa
she's
Puffs.
cuckoo. She does her performance is great. It's creepy, cool. The story is kind of reflective of today's society with COVID and everything, with the Spanish flu.
It did mirror a lot.
And it was just really old school vibes, really cool kills, and it was just on a different level, man. It was just great. It was great.
Yeah, I definitely got to check that out. That's on my list maybe this week. It all depends on. I'll know tomorrow after tomorrow's meeting what my fate is.
For sure.
But
that's what we watched, man. Yeah.
That's a damn good list. What do we got here? See, Stefan rewatched Friday 1 and 2, and can't beat that.
Very nice.
Calendar shows Jason for April. Our destinations are great. Travis watched Idle Hands with Devon Sauer too.
Oh, love Idle Hands. Love that movie.
And they're talking about doing like a 80s comedy, which we should do. That's not a problem. Go back and watch. If you were you with us last week when we did a movie review of Uncle Buck.
Yeah, we did it. We did.
Easily do Airplane or anything to do with Airplane. I mean, come on. Yeah, right here. Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue. I picked the wrong week to stop taking amphetamines.
No shit.
Yeah, there's so much meat on the bone from 60s, from 80s rather, horror that we could easily do. A comedy rather. Can't help but imagine Breakfast Club with Freddy Krueger, thinking it would have been even better from the Breakfast Club with Freddy Krueger. Yeah, you could be chasing their asses around the high school while they're there on the Saturday for detention. And Stefan's saying, yeah, he loved Pearl. Second favorite movie of all time. Wow, that's a bold statement. I really got to get around to watching. I got to find some time. I was hoping when I flew out, I did fly out for business. I was hoping maybe it was on the plane. But what I will tell you, what I did watch on the plane, which I've been wanting to watch it for a while. It's not a horror movie, but I wanted to see that Elvis movie. Did you see the Elvis movie?
Oh, yeah. I have not seen that yet. It's on my list though. It's on my radar.
How he didn't win the Academy Award, I don't know. He was phenomenal as Elvis. He really, really was. So it's about, I think it was like 2.5, almost 3 hours long. So I actually I watched it on the plane, and it just fantastic movie. I've been wanting, admittedly, I remember Elvis being alive. Elvis died in 78. So 78, I was 6 years old. I remember like it was yesterday. It was like, I remember seeing my mother crying that Elvis died. So I remember when Elvis was still alive. And I remember a bunch of people going to see him in Madison Square Garden too. I remember some of my aunts at the time, before he passed. And it was like, that was like the world stood on his head when he died. But that, what the hell's his name? Austin Butler as Elvis. Admittedly, when you see him, maybe he looks a little bit like Elvis, but man, he nailed the part. Holy shit, he was really, really, really good. And even a lot of people didn't say that Tom Hanks did well as Colonel Tom Parker, but I believe the performance. Colonel Tom Parker was Elvis's manager, and I think he played the part pretty well. But if you guys, if you're interested in stuff like that, I like biopics, especially when it comes to music.
Sure.
That is a great, great film. I can't recommend it highly enough. And then, of course, I was going through the films on one of the plane rides I was on, and it was really nothing. I ended up watching Megan again.
Megan.
You can't go wrong with it because that's just a fun watch. So I watched that. And we watched Nightmare on Elm Street 3, like I said, because we were doing a review. I wanted to just have it fresh in my mind. And that was it. I was real busy with work this week, so I didn't get to watch too much. That's another reason why I have not watched Pearl. So I got to get to it this week.
That's all right, man. No, it's there. I think we watched it on Prime as well for like $6 too. It was super cheap. Super cheap.
Yeah. What was this? I didn't think Pearl would sit with me that well, but you were impressed. Yeah, I got to go. I got to watch it. Yeah. Oh, the Elvis movie, if you guys like biopics, you're interested in that stuff. Yeah, Austin Butler, man, that young kid, man, he knocked it out of the fucking park. That he did really, really well. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Still haven't seen Megan. Megan was a fun watch. Joe, you enjoyed it too, right?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. My initial critique was I wish there was more gore and more shit like that. But we are getting, I think it already has released an uncut
version of it. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the uncut version shows, how much more graphic it got. But even if you watch the regular version, it's still a fun watch. I thought it was kept me entertained.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Yeah, it was either that or Smile. And Smile, I was like, I could have rewatched Smile.
I have yet to see Smile yet, by the way.
You didn't see Smile?
No, my daughter, no one wanted to watch it with me. Like, I'm like ISO'd. Nobody wants to freaking watch it. I will get around to watching it hopefully one day, but
it's all right. It's, to me, that's another movie that lands on what our top 5 is going to be shortly. A movie that you watch it once. Doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad movie. It's just like you just kind of don't need to go see it again. That lands on my list of that. Actually, I must put it on my list, believe it or not.
Well, don't forget to smile.
Yeah, so that is what we watched this week, and
very nice. Chime
in the chat, chime in comments afterwards. Let us know some stuff you guys watch, because we're always up for watching things. That's what we do. We're horror, not just horror guys. I love comedy. Anything that's worthwhile watching. Like I said, I'm a horror guy, and I watch the Elvis movie because I love music. I'm a musician, so I like anything about music. Actually, the one movie I was hoping to talk about tonight that I did not get a chance to see, I was trying to get out there to see it, is Spinning Gold.
Oh yeah, with the Kiss movie.
Yes, Spinning Gold is a biopic of Neil Bogart and Casablanca Records. Neil Bogart was the founder of Casablanca Records. Casablanca Records is the company that signed Kiss. Their first act that they ever signed when they started the label was Kiss. And then they morphed into like the big disco label with Donna Summer, the Village People. They had George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic on there. They had all these people on there, and it was just the 70s. So you could just imagine it was the age of decadence, put it that way. And a lot of crazy shit went on. And Neil Bogart died young. He was, I want to say he was only 39 or 40 when he died of cancer back in 1982. But he was like, they called him like the P.T. Barnum of the music industry.
Oh, damn.
So it's supposed to, in the movie, from what I understand, is real good. It was done by his son. and with the involvement of Kiss and like George Clinton and the Donna Summer Camp and the Village, everybody was on board to do this because he was so revered as a person, Neil Bogart. So, and I heard great things about it, and I was hoping to get out there to see it. I just did not get a chance to see it. So hopefully I'll see it this week. Pearl and Spinning Gold. Those are my goals.
I'm gonna have to watch that too because that sounds badass.
So that is what we watched this week, and let us know some other good stuff here. Anybody seen? Stefan says, "What? Yeah, Smile wasn't good. It was okay. I wouldn't say it wasn't bad, but would never make my best of list. It was okay. And I think they just greenlight a sequel. I thought I read somewhere that they greenlit a sequel. I know they greenlit a sequel to Megan. They greenlit a sequel, but I thought I heard somewhere that they said Smile was getting a sequel.
I don't know about Smile. I thought you were talking about no. I don't know about that.
Yeah, watch Megan tonight. You'll enjoy it. It's a fun watch. You know, it's not. People are like, it's a ripoff of Chucky. It really isn't because it's a totally different storyline. Sure, it's about something that comes to life and does what it does, but I enjoyed it. The little girl was great in it. So yeah, I go watch it. It's a fun watch.
Yeah, you'd
like it. Who was a musician like to see a biopic on? I think Oscar Isaac would be good. It's Falco. Wow, that's a deep dive. Falco from the 80s. Trying to think. Well, I know I'm a big Kiss fan. For those that obviously don't know that, and there's been rumors about a Kiss biopic for years, but trying to get that shit straightened out with Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, yeah, good luck with that. And first of all, it would be a complete work of fiction because they don't want to tell you the truth.
Oh damn!
It'd be a complete work of fiction. So I'd love to see that. I'm trying to think. I know they greenlit a couple of other biopics. I know there was one in the works for the Bee Gees.
Yeah, there's
a biopic of the Bee Gees in the works, and I don't know if it's been started, but I remember hearing about that. I'd be interested in seeing that. It wasn't technically the kind of music I listened to, but I love stuff like that. Trying to think who would be. I'd like to see one on a good one on the Who, like Led Zeppelin, all the crazy shit that they did back in the 70s. I'd love to see that.
That would be badass.
Yeah, hells yeah. Actually, what I would love to see, I'm a fanatic for Stevie Ray Vaughan. I'd love to see a biopic of Stevie Ray Vaughan.
That would be cool.
That I would love to see that.
Nah, Travis, I've never heard that, my friend. You know what? I wanted to. It's funny you say that because growing up, I wanted to be Jason, the original Red Ranger. I did. I so did.
Oh yeah, Gene Simmons is he wants his payday, but I highly doubt it's going to be. I would say if they do a biopic of Kiss, it's going to be 50-50. 50% factual and 50% fiction. Because they don't want you to know a lot of the real shit. Like Peter Criss and Philly, they can give a rat's ass. They'll just tell you the truth. See, Rami Malek, how do you say his name? That was the guy that played Freddie Mercury, right?
Oh, Rami Malek.
Yeah, appears again as Freddie Mercury, and that new Michael Jackson movie. It'd be rad. Oh, are they doing a biopic of Michael Jackson?
I don't know about that. I don't know.
That would be
a popular subject right now. I don't know if anybody.
Yeah, I can't see their camp even get involved in that.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? You mentioned Rami Malek. I love that movie, The Little Things, with him, Denzel, and Jared Leto. Did you ever see that movie?
I didn't see that one. I remember when it came out, but I have not seen it.
Yeah, that's a good movie, man. We watched it in the theater, and that brings to mind a good movie. Sorry, that's a good movie.
No, definitely have to check that one out. So that is what did we watch this week? Now this one's going to be a lot of fun. I had to think. Actually, when we discussed this topic, my number one came right to mind. And thankfully, my daughter does not watch my podcast because she'd be like, "Are you kidding me, Dad?" Because it's her favorite movie of all time. So we're going to come back with our top 5.
Awesome.
And our top 5 this week is the top 5 movies you only need to see once. Now, this does not necessarily mean it sucked. It just means that you liked it, but do you really need to go back and watch it again?
Oh yeah, it could be a good movie.
Yeah.
It could be one of the best movies ever made. We just, there's certain aspects that make it a one-time watch.
Every movie on my list is a good movie. One of them is a okay movie. Everybody went gaga over it, but I was like, it was okay.
Yeah.
But so this might be a little controversial. I'm going to fire the first shot across the bow. My number 5 movie that you only need to see once, simply because once you find out the story and the plot and the twist, you don't need to see it again. As much as I love this movie, but Fight Club.
Oh.
Nice. Great movie.
Great movie. Fantastic
great
movie.
Plot. Tyler Durden kicks ass. The whole movie premise, you got Meatloaf in that movie. I felt bad for Meatloaf, by the way, and that character he played. But that movie's just great. Good choice, man.
Great movie.
Right.
And once you find out it's all in his head, it's like, all right, do I need to go watch this again?
Yeah, that's a good choice, man.
Yeah,
and
great movie though. Great
brings
movie.
up a good fucking. Okay, I left this movie off this list for a reason, but that's a good point there, Pete.
Yeah, no, that's definitely would have made my list.
But
if it was a solo list,
but I've
that
already
would have
watched
made my
it.
list.
I've already watched it more than once. So
I've
Wait a second.
no
only
way.
seen it
There's some
once.
cool shit going on in the chat here. I have to find. So people need to send us some pictures.
Yeah.
So so apparently people think Stefan looked like Peter Sellers. I have to see that 'cause I love Peter Sellers.
Peter Sellers rocks.
One of the most amazing underrated movies was his last movie. Go see Being There. I love that freaking movie. Peter, did you guys finally see Being There with Peter Sellers? Did you guys see that?
No, you mentioned it.
Go watch it. It's such a dark comedy, but it's just a great movie. Stefan, send us some pictures. I have to see if you look like Peter Sellers.
It's funny you mentioned that because you literally mentioned that last time. That's funny.
Yeah. Travis says he's told he looks like Ralph Macchio and the Hawaiian guy from Blue's Clues.
Hey, you're the Karate Kid, bro.
Hey guys, come on, you got to send me some pictures. I'll give you my email and we'll throw them up here next week.
Was it from The Outsiders? What was he called? Johnny Boy? Or what is it?
He was
What's his name?
Was he Pony Boy?
Yeah,
Pony Boy.
wasn't he?
The Golden Pony Boy.
Yeah, I think it's Pony Boy.
So we need to see that. Oh, Pete's chiming in with the movies you only need to see once. And yeah, of course. Halloween Ends, saw it once, never again.
Yeah, I agree, Pete.
That's too funny.
Let's see. Stefan saying again, I don't know. When I see good films, I tend to watch them again. Yeah, these movies, like Fight Club is great. Like if Fight Club is on and there's nothing on, I'll watch it. But you don't actively have to see it again because once you find out about it, you kind of know. There's really nothing that you need to go back and see that you might have missed. But it's a great movie, not a knock at all. So what about you guys?
Oh, man.
Number 5 is The Blair Witch Project.
I thought of the Blair Witch Project too. I was like, I should shoehorn it in here somewhere. But yeah, it's the same thing. Once you find out how it plays out, it's like, do you need to go back and watch it again?
I remember found footage, and I remember the part that creeped me out was the ending. When they was going into that little whatever, and you saw like the nail scrapings on the wall. And then, like that was a one-time watch. And then you have all these spin-offs. You had the other ones, and then you got the Paranormal Activity and all that. The Paranormal, I picked that movie because those other movies that I mentioned, Paranormal Activities, all of them, you literally can just watch them shits one time and never have to watch them again.
Yeah, you don't need to watch them again. Yeah, that whole franchise could fall into this category.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. So, oh, come on, Stefan. You don't have the urge to rewatch Halloween 5? Come on, you got to join us on Tuesday and rewatch it with us. You have to.
Oh yeah. I love it too, man. But it's just I don't feel the need to have to watch it again.
Yeah,
I
do like it
with teeth in it, all that shit. Nah.
I will say this: I remember when I first watched the Blair Witch Project. Admittedly, I didn't watch it in the theaters. I saw it on home video, and I will mention that I did go back and rewatch the very end when he's standing by the wall, just staring at and then the camera, because I'm like, did I miss something? Rewound it, and like he's just standing there, right? I thought he was like taking a piss or something. So I'm like, I gotta go back and rewatch that. So I did rewind it a few times just to see if I missed something. That I did do, but yeah, you don't really need to rewatch it.
Not at all.
So that's good. My number 4 People are gaga about this movie, and it's not a bad movie, but for some reason, it was okay. And once I watched it, I'm like, I didn't need to go back and see it again. And it's Hereditary.
Oh, good choice. I've watched it only once because I'm too scared to watch it again.
He didn't want to put it on the list. He was like, but I really like that movie.
I debated it making the list, but it was fucking scary, man. The ending was fucked up.
It was.
When she's crawling on the mom is like crawling on the fucking walls in the middle of the night, or when you see her on the wall, like just fucking while he's in bed. Dude, I get chills just thinking about that shit, man. Like, fuck
I don't know that movie. I've had people like get angry with me because that movie and the Babadook. I'm like, I didn't think much of them. Everybody's like, how do you not like those? I go, I didn't say I didn't like them. I just didn't see that they were like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know, or I'm too fucking old, too bald, too fat.
Totally get and for me, the reason why I don't want to rewatch it is because it's too fucking scary to me. You know, every you have, you know, people have whatever reason, but for me, if I had to choose out one, it would be because of that. Fuck that movie. That movie's scary.
You can watch almost any Halloween movie multiple times, except for Resurrection, RZ2, and Ends. Can't do it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't argue. I don't think I'd argue with you there. Travis, what's a movie that isn't rewatchable, pacing or action-wise, that you always have the urge to revisit? Birdman with Michael Keaton, Moonlight, and Nightcrawler are a few of them.
Ooh.
That's a good question. A movie that isn't rewatchable, pacing or action-wise, that you always have the urge to revisit.
You know what? The Hurt Locker for me. The Hurt Locker.
Yeah.
I remember watching that movie one time, and I remember, you know, I love the movie. I love it, and I remember everything about it. I just never just got to watching it again. But it's a great movie, for sure. No need to watch it again.
I can almost say, I don't know if I'm going to piss people off with this, but the first one that came to my mind, I enjoyed it, but it's a good movie, but I never really had the desire to go back and rewatch it. It was, the fuck is the movie with Aaron Brockovich with Julie Roberts?
Oh, yeah.
Good movie, great source material because, you know, it's true. It's a true story, but no. So that for some reason, that's the first one that popped in my head.
You know, what's that darn movie? Oh, okay. How about that movie Stone Cold? With the guy who was the former football player. He had like the blonde hair with the mullet.
Oh, Brian Bostwick?
Yes. Remember that movie?
Oh, my God. I forgot about that. Oh,
Stone Cold. That's a watch along. That's a watch along.
That would be a good top five. Top five movies we want to know why they were made. Who greenlit this son of a bitch?
Dude, I have no idea where that came from right now. I have no idea where I was like,
all right, I'll shoot my load on this one and say Skinamarink was my number one.
Stone Cold.
Yeah. Oh, unbelievable. Yeah, Hereditary, and it's no knock on Hereditary. I'm by no means saying it sucked, but for me, I watched it. I was like, I wasn't gaga over it, and I really didn't need to go back and watch it. Same with the Babadook, because I remember we do this thing in the summertime. You guys know this. Maybe the guys in the chat might know, where I set up a movie screen in my backyard, and we watch movies in the summertime. Sit outside, have a cigar, a couple of drinks. I set up for my daughter and her girlfriends, and they'll sit outside and they'll camp outside and watch movies. And we were trying to find like a real scary movie. So we're Googling the scariest movies, and Babadook kept coming up because I had heard about it, but I never got a chance to see it. So we're all watching it. We're all just like, I'm like, anybody here scared? They're like, no, this is kind of lame. It's okay. I just thought it was me.
Yeah.
You know, but to each his own.
It was touted as the scariest movie of all time. Right?
That's why we watched it.
Yeah, that's right. That is too funny.
Oh God, dude! Look at Stefan.
We're going crazy.
Caligula. Holy crap! What did you come up with that one, man? You must be around my age, Stefan. I don't know if I ever asked you that. Holy crap! I remember that.
You know what? Vampire in Brooklyn. Damn it! How about that?
Vampire in Brooklyn. Yeah, I like Vampire in Brooklyn.
I love Vampire in Brooklyn. I don't feel like I need to watch it again, but it was good. It was great. Let's see, you guys Pale Kid.
What is a movie you struggle with to rewatch because there's something disturbing or gross in it? The Garbage Pail Kids movie has the girl with snot under her nose in every scene, and it makes me nauseous. Well, we can go back to the Blair Witch Project with the girl with when she's
Oh, yeah, all
filming
the
herself,
boogies.
and she got that freaking boogie that just keeps going in and out like a yo-yo. I could see that. You know, one of the disturbing scenes probably would be the scene in Hostel 2
Oh,
with what's her name? Oh, what the hell's her name? Heather Matarazzo.
oh
She's
yeah.
upside down, and
Yeah.
the girl's sitting there picking at her and taking the blood bath. That's
Yes.
just disturbing as hell.
Yes. You know what? And keep that train of thought. That director. Just keep that train of thought. You might hear him again. Oh, and look at this is funny. Super Mario Brothers film, 93. Okay, John Leguizamo, the guy from Roger Rabbit, was the main guy from Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh yeah, the older gentleman. I can't think of his name.
Can't remember his name. Askins or
Bob Haskins.
Bob Haskins. You know the girl who played Peach or Daisy in that movie? She was here at that same convention.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get
really?
to meet her today.
We were
Yes.
just talking about this movie earlier.
Yeah, we were literally just talking about
Hudson Hawk. Wow.
Super Mario Brothers
Oh,
93.
Cats. I had no desire to see Cats. I remember seeing Cats on Broadway years ago. Mamma Mia. Yeah, same thing. No desire.
High Tension was as gory as fuck. One of the best movies, dude. High Tension rocks, Pete. That is great. Whoa.
Yeah. Notice because Dear Evan Hansen did so well on Broadway, and when it does well, they just fast track it to a movie theater, and it usually sucks. Seriously, that's a good topic. You know, movies that were Broadway plays that translated to a film that was actually good, and there's not many that really did it. Grease comes to my fame.
Oh fuck! What was it? Okay, hold on. We forgetting this movie.
Yeah, we're really going off the rails with this one.
With Keanu Reeves, was it Knock?
Oh my god,
Or-
that movie was trash.
Remember Knock? Where
Yes.
the
No.
girls go knock at Keanu Reeves' door, and he
It's
lets
like-
them in. You've never seen that,
What?
Pat?
No, I never saw that one.
You've never seen Knock?
You don't
No.
you watch it once. You don't need to see
No,
it again.
you watch this shit once, bro. You'll never want to see it again. Knock? Oh my god.
No, I have to check that. I have to write that down. I've not seen that.
Dude,
Knock, knock.
I swear to God, you're gonna see Keanu Reeves like you've never seen him before.
It's these two girls that are like trying to blackmail him, right?
In a way,
Yeah.
they make him destroy his life.
Oh,
Yeah.
here's Stefan. So Stefan's 31. I got the 3-disc Imperial edition of DVD of Caligula. Oh, okay. So you're a lot younger than me. You're 20 years younger than me. I'm 51. I was just wondering, I'm like, damn, you know about Caligula?
Caligula. Dude, knock, dude. You're gonna freak out. You're gonna love it because there's some sexiness going on in there with these two girls.
Pete's
you-
right. This is a hard movie to sit through too. I spit
Oh,
on
that
your
movie
grave.
sucked. She got her revenge though. So
She
that's
did.
that's-
She did.
it's
That's
worth
the
it.
best part of it. Yes.
Yes.
knock at the cabin. There you go.
Yep.
Weirdly, as good as it is, Glorious Bastard is one I haven't felt like rewatching.
That
No,
one
I can see
crossed
that. It's a
my
good,
mind.
great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it more than once, but that one did cross my mind.
Yeah. Actually, so I said, so what was your number 4, guys? Because we went off the
Oh,
rails. with
shit.
that one.
The Revenant.
Oh.
The Revenant. Look at you guys. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, this
I
was
could-
her.
That was me.
This was her all
I was
day.
like, I only need to see him fight a bear once for 3 hours.
I think I only saw it
I'll
once.
see
Yeah.
once.
It was a great movie. He finally won the Academy Award. Blah blah. Leo did, but that movie I have only seen the one time, and I have never seen it since for probably good reason.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is a rough one too, man. And my wife, I remember my wife and I watching this. She was in tears watching this movie, The Last Temptation of Christ, The Passion of Christ.
That
Oh,
was-
The
yeah.
Passion of the Christ. That is a rough movie to sit through.
They
Man.
always show that during Easter, and it's like I start watching it and then I have to stop watching it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
tough.
Stefan, I'm 51, unfortunately. Just old. I'm
You're
old.
not old. 51 is the new 31.
I'll tell my body that. Tell my hair that. Tell my
Hey,
wife that.
it's all right. Nothing but a number.
So that, all right. So my number 3 is another great movie, and I actually loved the performance in it. It was in what's his name? Nicolas Cage won Academy Award for it, but Leaving Las Vegas.
Leaving Las Vegas. That's such a good movie. He was
Great
really,
movie.
He
But
was really good in that movie, man.
he was great in that, and so was oh god, what the hell's her name? I'm drawing a blank from Adventures in Babysitting.
Oh, you're talking about
Soap dish. Elizabeth Shue.
Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah. Great movie, but it's just not a lot of rewatchability as far as I'm concerned.
Not at all.
Once you see it, you've seen it.
You know what's funny is I always get that movie confused with the one from Vegas, Honeymoon in Vegas or something.
Honeymoon in Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, I always get those two movies confused.
Big difference.
Yeah, big difference. But it's just like I always get them confused. The one with James Caan. Damn it! Focus.
Hold on,
there we go. Okay. All right. Hollow Man. Oh yeah, with Kevin Bacon. Hollow Man.
Yeah.
Those are not rewatchable.
What do you guys got for number 3?
All right, man. So this one made the list because we're going through like some older movies, whatever. And this is something we just recently watched. So number 3 brought to you The Whale with Brendan Fraser. Recently won the Academy Award
For Best Actor, no?
For Best Actor. We literally watched this movie from start to finish, didn't skip a beat. And at the end of it, we looked at each other like this and said, I don't ever watch that movie again. We're glad that we literally said this before this topic was picked.
Yeah.
We said, I'm glad that we watched it, but we never need to see that movie again.
He did great. The whole movie is set in his apartment.
Yeah.
And
spoilers.
Yeah, he did great. However, it's painful watching someone
do what they're doing.
Yeah.
Do what he's
destroy
doing.
themselves. Yeah.
Yes.
It was just hard to see, and it was
because
grotesque.
That story is probably more real than you think.
Yeah, that's what sucks about it is the reality of it, and that probably affects a lot of people that struggle with mental health issues and how.
Well, look at the TV shows you have, like My 500-Pound Life, My 600-Pound Life. It's all this shit.
Yeah, man, it was hard, man, and the parts where he would overindulge, and there was parts where it was just.
There was parts where he was literally eating his emotions, and it was very hard to watch.
So, yeah, I have to watch it one day just to see it. Just it's one of those movies you just have to watch, I guess, once, which is this list. So yeah, I have to definitely check it out because I heard he was. I mean, I saw like snippets of it, admittedly, and just shows you where my head is. I mean, I do follow a lot with movies, but not a lot. But I had never even heard of it.
We hadn't either until
never even heard of it. Yeah,
it was all because of Jamie Lee. Honestly, if there wasn't so much buzz around Jamie Lee and her nomination and the other movies and everybody involved, it is kind of what sparked us to watch. All these recent. Because for me, they didn't really garner a lot of attention. It was for me, the Academy Awards is just to say, hey. We think you should watch this. We think it's really good. Here, watch this. I don't watch movies based on the Academy Award recommendation.
No, me neither. No.
But because of the fact that Jamie Lee won, that made me watch Anything Everywhere All at Once.
Everything Everywhere.
Whatever that one is.
I was actually going to watch that. I was pissed because when I flew out on Friday, the first plane I was on had the Elvis movie. So I'm like, I want to see that, but it did have that other one, Everything Everywhere All at Once, whatever the hell that movie was.
You gotta really pay attention.
Yeah.
So I watched. So I was more interested in the Elvis movie. So I watched Elvis movie, and then the connecting flights were only half hours, so they don't even have movies on them. But my one flight back from Atlanta to New Jersey had. I was looking for that movie because I figured, okay, I'll watch it. Everything All at Once, and it wasn't there. So the only thing was either Smile or Megan. So I'm like, I might as well just fucking watch Megan.
Oh, and not to mention, I think last week we had talked about, or the week prior, we had talked about what we had watched, and we watched The Mummy. So we had watched The Mummy 1 and 2.
I like the Mummy movies. I like it.
Brendan Fraser? Let's fucking watch Brendan
I still say my favorite performance is still Encino Man.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so it was the whole nostalgia thing.
Yeah.
Those actors and actresses that were nominated and all the buzz and it got all of the attention that it got, maybe even after the fact, because of who it was, because of the nostalgia. You had Data from freaking
Data from
Moodys.
Gold winning a fucking Oscar. I mean, yeah, how
Yeah,
He was phenomenal.
you're resurrecting Brendan Fraser's career. Everybody's like, go
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser, right? Everybody's like, woohoo. And then you got the best scream queen of all time gets nominated. Who doesn't? Duh, you know they're going to get people
Her
to watch.
role is something else in that movie.
Yeah, and you know what? I could even go as far as saying I don't even see how she deserved that Oscar from watching the film. That's my opinion.
I could have saw her getting an Oscar because I enjoyed her performance in Knives Out.
Yeah, Knives Out was cool,
Well,
but
I like Knives Out.
So for her to get Best Supporting and for Data to get Best Supporting Actor, Data did 100,000 times more shit than
and
Jamie
did better.
Lee. And
he had more source material.
yeah,
And she was hardly in the movie. Like
She
you
wasn't-
saw her, but not really. I don't think you got to see her act. Like
not
act,
as much. And her role was so weird.
Yeah. So for that reason, I was like,
It could have honestly. I feel like that role could have been somebody else.
I think what they
It
did.
didn't need to be Jamie Lee.
Yeah, I think what they did with Leo for The Revenant was they gave him the Oscar because he hadn't won up until that point, and that wasn't his best performance, in my opinion. You could pick a bunch of other movies from Leo as to why he could have won an Academy Award.
They would do that because,
Yeah.
and this is no knock on The Departed because The Departed is fantastic, but
Yeah.
Scorsese could have won it for any movie he got nominated for.
Absolutely.
And they probably said, look, there's a mob outside that's gonna fucking kill us if we don't give this guy an Oscar at some point because he's been nominated so many times because the movies are fantastic, and they finally said, all right, make sure he gets it this time so they don't kill us.
Yeah, so that's what they did with Leo, and I think with Jamie, because of all the buzz that she got from all the recent Halloween movies, all the work she's done in the past, and she's always been pro. She never shunned the Academy. Never shunned them. She always walked that line of, I love my horror fans, but I also still want to be a professional actress, and I do these other things too. So she always respected that, and they gave her the respect by giving her that award, I think. And she said, what did she say in her acceptance speech?
To all my genre
fans, not horror fans, not genre fans.
Yeah.
She still kept that point where I am not just a scream queen. I'm more than that. And I think they did that because of her following.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing. It's all about publicity. It's all about how many people you can get to come to the party. In my opinion, that's just how I sorry to rant on that.
No, I'm just checking out what's going on in the chat, and everybody's showing some love for Blockbuster. God, I miss Blockbuster. It was just so much fun to go to Blockbuster and rent movies and see stuff. Let's see, me neither. Stefan, easy, Pat from you. I don't live in New Jersey anymore. I grew up in New Jersey. I grew up in Edgewater, New Jersey, which is the original Copland from the movie. No, I live in northeastern PA. It was easy to get a flight. If I get a flight, I usually fly out of Newark. But I know in Middlesex County very, very well. You're right, close. I saw somewhere you said you were close to Haddonfield, so you're right down by Cherry Hill where the Monster Manias are.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, awesome.
Jamie and Dana, Pete Diesel.
Haddonfield. Yeah, that's right down by Cherry Hill by Monster Manias. Now, I grew up in Edgewater, right by Fort Lee, by the George Washington Bridge. And I'm in northeastern Pennsylvania. I do work in Jersey. I work in, if you know Jersey, you Jersey people in the chat. I work in Piscataway, New Jersey.
Piscataway.
It's Piscataway. I say Piscataway.
Piscataway.
And Somerset. I usually and Manhattan. I do work in Manhattan.
Hey, what's up with Stefan?
What's that?
Let me see the Sea Buster.
What? I don't know. Where did that come from?
I don't know where that came
I'll
from.
get back and read some of this stuff. You guys are having a ball in the chat here.
Did I miss the joke or what? What did I miss?
I did.
Oh my god. Sorry, Stefan. That was funny.
Oh, he's asking if you've been to Camp Nobi Bosco. I've been there several times camping. This Camp Nobi Bosco is the camp that they filmed the original Friday the 13th at. It's in what's the name of that town?
It's in shit.
It's in shit. It's definitely in shit. Now it's next to Stanhope, New Jersey, but it's fuck, I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank on the name of the town. If you guys remember, hit me up it's not Old Bridge. It's I went there camping. Yeah, Blair. It's in Blair.
Very nice.
Blair, New Jersey. It's I've been there. I didn't go on any of the tours. They're doing a really good one in the end of summer there because they do these Friday the 13th weekends where they're bringing a bunch of the original people in and have like this big thing for that weekend. And I was actually thinking about going. It's only like $180.
Oh,
They're having like Amy Steele there and Adrian King. They're bringing a bunch of people there, and it's going to be which admittedly is a little odd because Amy Steele, that was a different camp that they filmed part 2 at.
Yeah,
but the only time Hope, New Jersey. Yeah, Hope, New Jersey. You're right. I'm sorry, Stephen. I went there because my son was in Scouts. I was a Scoutmaster. When we camped there several times. So, and I never got one of the fucking cabins they filmed in. They were always the ones that's closer to the lake. So I'd always be walking down there taking pictures of everything. They looked at me like, this creep. Why is this guy taking a picture of the camp? So I remember going to one of the Scoutmasters. I'm like, it was filmed here, right? And they didn't know.
What?
I'm like, no, this is where they filmed the original Friday the 13th. And they're like, oh shit, don't tell any of the kids in my troop that. They'll be freaking out.
That's probably why they didn't know.
Yeah. So, oh, look at you. He works 10 minutes from Piscataway.
Piscataway.
Yeah, it's a hike from here. I tell people I lived in Jersey for 27 years, and then, like most Jersey people that live in northern New Jersey, you get the hell out because it's just unaffordable to live in New Jersey.
Get the hell on.
And not that it's getting any better in Pennsylvania these days, but 9 more years. I'm hoping 9 more years, and I can get the hell out of Dodge. But oh man, we went off the rails. So my number really went off the rails on this one. So what was your number? You gave your number 3, right?
Yeah, the whale. Yeah,
the whale. So my number 2, which is pretty obvious, is going back to M. Night Shyamalan. Once you see it and it's spoiled, you don't need to see it again. The Sixth Sense.
That was
we talked about that.
We talked about that one too. Good choice, man. Especially when you know the ending, the Bruce Willis character. You're like, no,
right?
Yeah.
Speaking of,
and you know what? You have all these people are like, oh, I knew the whole time he was a ghost. I'm like, no, you didn't. I had no fucking clue he was a ghost. I remember saying to me and my wife in the theater, we're like, we had no goddamn clue. And everyone's like, I figured out the first 5 minutes. I said, yeah, right. Go eat shit. No, you didn't. Stop. You get those people that are like, oh, I figured it out right away to sound smart. It's like, no, you didn't. Shut up. Go home.
No, you didn't. No, it wasn't until the end. You're like, no.
Yeah. So great movie. Nothing. I can't say anything bad about it. It's a fantastic movie. But once you see it, you really kind of don't need to see it again.
Oh, that whole ending kind of ruins it for you.
Yeah, it's a whodunit. It's a mystery. Once the mystery's solved, and then you need to go back and watch it.
The whodunits are like that. Just watch it once and.
Well, except for the screams, because I thought about that.
Right.
And when you think about these movies, there's like top movies you only need to see once. You know who the killers are in all the screams once you see them, but you always that's what I'm saying. That it's always
clue.
It's a specific thing about a movie. It's not just the ending. But I get The Sixth Sense, though. For that specific movie, you literally, once you find that out, you don't need to watch it again because it takes away everything. It takes it all away. You're like, We watched this last night. It's funny you mentioned this, Travis. I have not seen Split. Me and my wife and my daughter and my boyfriend, we were going to watch it because I forgot about it. And we were going to watch it last night, and I don't know, we got sidetracked and we never did. But yeah, I got to go back and watch Split.
I really like Split.
Is that the motherfucker with all the multiple personalities?
Yeah, he has like 27 personalities.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Good.
Professor Xavier and the new X-Men.
I heard good things about it, and it was on my radar, and then it wasn't, and I just never saw it. Then my daughter came home. She's like, "Oh, we want to watch that movie Split." I was like, "Wow, I forgot about that movie." I said, "Let's watch it," and I forget what the hell happened. We all got sidetracked and didn't watch it. Oh. International Man of Mystery. What's up, Rob?
Hey, Robbie.
Hello.
Hey, put another shrimp on the Robbie.
The man, the myth, the legend. So that's my number 2. What do you guys got? Number 2.
Every time we see Rob, we got to do hey, put another shrimp on the Robbie. I don't know where they came from. Okay.
International Man of Mystery.
Number 2, you mentioned one of his previous movies, and I just got to throw this out there from 2013, The Green Inferno, Eli Roth.
Oh, and that's a really good movie, but I can see that.
Yes,
once you figure out how it all plays out, yeah.
I've literally seen that movie one time, and I thought about reasons as to why I didn't watch it again. It was because the gore is what it is, but once you realize the way it plays out, I lose interest in it. So it was a good movie to watch. It was really, really good. Another entry in the Eli Roth, saga. But yeah, for me, number 2, The Green Inferno.
Yeah, good movie. Sorry, I'm texting your son. He just called me. He knows I'm on the podcast, but
Tell him what up.
yeah, he just called. I'm like, what are you doing here? I'll call him back. For those that don't know, my son has an uncanny resemblance to Joe. So he looks just like Joe. He could be Joe's son, except that I just get stuck with the tab.
Yeah, you've literally raised him.
I pay for everything.
I'm grateful to you, Pat. So thank you for taking care of my boy.
And we've reached, and now we're on to our number 1. So my number 1, and when we talked about this topic, it came to my mind. It was my first one.
Uh-oh.
And I didn't tell my daughter because this is my daughter's favorite movie. Because I will tell her after the fact so I can listen to her. Like, are you kidding me? It's her favorite friggin' movie. My number 1 movie that you only need to see once, Titanic.
Oh, because you already know what happens.
Yeah. You know,
How's it gonna? Oh, I wonder what's gonna happen to the Titanic.
Yeah.
Do you live under a rock? It's gonna fucking.
Jack, there was room
that's
for
her
Jack.
favorite movie. That's so interesting.
My daughter's favorite movie. She loves it.
I would
She
have
just
pegged her for like Clueless or something like that.
Oh,
yeah,
The Notebook.
no.
The Notebook.
She just her and her boyfriend just went because didn't they just show it again in the theaters recently?
They did.
Yeah,
It
she
was like
just
an
went.
anniversary or something.
It was like an anniversary, and her and the boyfriend went to see it. And the other night they were watching it, and again, I'm like, you're watching. And I can't argue with her because she just shakes her head when I watch Halloween for the 8 billionth time. So I just
At least it's not a 3-hour movie.
I was not seeing you. I was not seeing you go that route, but I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
It's
it's a great movie. It's a fantastic movie. I can't say that it's not. But like
Yeah.
once you watch it, it's like, do you need to go back and watch it again? It's
You
really
know?
long, first of all. You know how it's going to happen. I mean, granted, the story's made up. It's not factual and as
Right.
far as the people that are in it. I mean, there's some factual people that are on there that were actually on the Titanic. But
Yeah.
fantastic movie, and I'm not berating it in the least bit. But I can honestly say if I've watched it twice, it's a lot.
Yeah,
I saw it in the theaters and maybe once or twice on after the fact, and it's like, I really kind of don't need to.
That's true. I can't remember last time I seen it.
Wow. Special guest in the chat, Joe. Beastly Space is your son.
Hey,
Hello.
what's up, buddy?
Beastly Space is my son, Terrence. She dragged it. Yeah, we went to when we went to Ireland several years ago, we went to the Titanic Museum.
No way.
And the
She
Titanic-
dragged us to the Titanic.
If you're ever in Belfast, go to the Titanic Museum. It's cool as hell. Yeah,
That's
now
awesome
that's
that
why
he's
my
on
daughter was
there,
dying to
dude.
go to the Titanic Museum because it's her favorite friggin' movie.
That's awesome. Thanks for joining, buddy. It's good to.
Yeah, look at that special guest appearance by my son.
That's right. That's awesome.
So he's either calling me for one thing. You need money for something?
Worth the second watch.
Well, you only get to see her rack
This is
on the
rack.
drawing, right? Just on the drawing, right?
Oh, that's true. You don't see them. You
Yeah.
don't see them for real, right? You just see the drawing.
I think you just see the
I-
drawing, which I think is a total ripoff.
It's been a long time.
But it's been a long time.
Nothing wrong with a PG movie with tits. I'll second that, Stefan.
Hey, I'll take pencil boobies. That's all right.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Is a little overrated. I think so, and it's a fantastic film, and I'm not knocking it by no means. I just really have zero desire to see it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do. I get it. I totally get it.
So
That's a good
what you guys come up with your number 1?
Well, this was a movie that we watched. Was it in the theater?
Mhm.
It's back in 2020. Go ahead, Mom.
Oh, this is The Invisible Man.
Oh,
Again, it's really good.
great
Fantastic.
movie, but I could see that. I've
Yeah.
only seen it once.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I've only seen it that one time in the theater.
Loved
And I
it. Thought it was
couldn't begin-
fantastic. No desire to see it again.
Yeah, it was super cool. It was once you find out how he was doing what he was doing, the reveal, I'm not gonna give it away, with the whole,
Yeah, with the suit, right? Yeah.
the
Yeah.
suit. That right there, once you learn that key
You're
fact,
like, aha.
everything else,
And then
much like the Sixth Sense, it doesn't have that rewatchability. It was so good, and then once you found that out, then it just kind of like you saw that you don't need to go back to it ever again.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
not a knock because I love that movie. It had some great stuff in it, and it was actually much different than I expected it to be. Especially if you watch the original, like Universal Monsters type Invisible Man. I went in there blindly watching that, and I was very pleasantly surprised. I thought it was a great movie, but yeah, I admittedly have seen it once. That's it.
Yeah, us
Same
too.
here, yeah, man. Oh, and MB has an honorable mention whenever if you have something.
So your son just wanted to tell me that he's coming home this weekend. Yes, he's coming home for Easter weekend.
There you
And
go.
I never noticed on your YouTube avatar. That is shit. What the fuck's his name? Oh, Terrence. What's his name? Because Terrence loves him. What the hell's his
Old
singer?
school
It's a
Western.
old school Western singer. He sings that down in the western hills of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. What the hell is it?
Oh,
Marty Robbins. Marty Robbins.
there you go. There you go. It looks like a video game character.
Yeah, Marty. I had to think about it. Marty Robbins. Yeah, he loves Marty Robbins.
Red Dead Redemption or something like that.
It was in a video game, and he fell in love. And one day he's playing it in his car, and I'm like, "You playing Marty Robbins?" Because it's in one of the damn video games, so he loves it.
I bet you that's what it is. It's from Red Dead Redemption or something. I'm telling you.
Invisible Man was a great first watch, but Kevin Bacon did a movie, extremely similar movie, but just good watch for once. Which one?
Oh, he's talking about the Kevin Bacon one where he's the doctor, Invisible Man. Oh no, what is it?
No, which one? I'm confused.
Yeah, remember they inject him with that stuff, and then he goes crazy.
Oh.
He killed
okay.
Elizabeth Shue, and then what's his name? The guy who played in Goonies, the older one.
I cannot think of the name of that movie.
Oh, the older Goonie. Brolin.
Yeah, that guy.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin was in that movie too. Gosh dog it. Hollow Man. Hollow Man.
Yeah.
Hollow Man. Yes.
Thank you. It was a video game, Fallout New Vegas. That's
Fallout.
where Marty Robbins
There you
was.
go. Oh, that's a newer game. My bad.
Yeah, Travis is knocking out of the park with the I know.
Way
You guys
to go,
got some great
Travis.
things going on.
We cover in all areas here.
Yeah.
80s, everything. We got it. We're hitting on so many different movie points. So
That's what's good about these topics. Once we get started, we're always like, "Oh man, is this going to be enough?" And then here we are, 2 hours and 20 minutes later, we're still freaking going, and we can still keep going. I have no problem with it. Yeah, it's just it's such a laundry list of movies. I'm trying to think what some other ones that I was going to put on here.
MB had an honorable mention. You want to go for it?
Oh yeah, what was your honorable mention?
Terrifier 2. Don't need to say it again.
That one I'll disagree with because I've seen that. I've watched it so many times because it's just such a fun movie.
It is, but also I don't need to see it.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like the gore, I've said this story, and my son's in the chat too. Terrence, I forget if he ever saw Terrifier or not, but my daughter, his sister, we tried watching Terrifier, but when they tried to hacksawing the girl in half, we were like, okay, we're done, we're out, and she shut off.
Understandable.
Yeah,
She likes horror movies. She loves horror movies, but she's like, no, she likes the horror movies, but not necessarily the gore.
Fair.
Oh, so you did see the first one, not the second one. The second one's a lot of fun. I actually like it better than the first one.
Yeah.
So that is our top 5 movies you only need to see once.
That's right.
That is, and so what we do each week too is we do a spotlight of almost forgot about this, a spotlight of something from our collection, and you guys could keep chiming away in the chat and bringing up some more movies you only need to see once. We're all in, we're all invested. But this week, 2 weeks ago, we did a live watch along on a Tuesday of Halloween 2. I did show this, but I figured last week I showed the Halloween Japanese press book. So I figured this week, this is the Halloween 2 Japanese press book. Everybody loves the artwork on this. So I figured I'd share this. So this is my collectible spotlight for this week.
Dude, that is cool. It looks like a tree. Like his neck is like a tree root.
Yeah, it's weird. It almost is like Jason's type thing, more than Myers. I don't know where they ever came up with that, but it's got some great stuff in it. Obviously, I can't read it because it's in Japanese, but it's got some great artwork in it. It's got all. They don't pull any punches over in Japan. They'll just show the gore.
Dude, that's
in the booklet.
Awesome.
So this is the Japanese press book. Thought I'd show that. I thought it'd be fun to see.
So cool, man.
Great artwork, and I'll get to that later. So that is my collectible spotlight for this week. And
Dude,
Joe has one.
that was
What's that?
amazing.
Yeah, it's great. Admittedly, I think the H2 Japanese press book is cooler than the first one, than the H1.
Dude, that is amazing.
It's really, really cool. They upped it a little bit. And Joe sent me this as his collectible spotlight of the week, and one of my favorite 80s slashers.
Absolutely. And I picked this collectible because it kind of coincided with one of our topics that we'd had today. Of course, our love for 80s movies, horror movies. And this is from, of course, Slumber Party Massacre from 2020. This is a Scream Factory exclusive. This is Russ Thorne, 8-inch figure. It includes the drill and the knife that you can see there pictured. It's next to, this is a picture of mine, older picture, but I have it in my back there. It's behind a bunch of others. This one is super cool because this came with a sign. It came with a steel, was it a steel book, a DVD? And it came with a poster. So the whole, you got the whole.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I forgot the other items.
And this is NECA?
This is a NECA figure, but it's a Scream Factory exclusive. Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir. So this one is so cool. I love the NECA cloth figures. You can see that the knife and the drill has some blood on it. He's got that creepy stare down look that he has.
I love that.
He's a creeper, dude. Creeper mode times 1,000. And look what it says on the box. Close your eyes for a second and sleep forever. I think that is so cool, man. So
that's great package. The only thing that's a little weird is the girls on the front of it are not the girls in the movie.
They are not the. That's right.
Yeah, which is a little odd. I don't know where they got these girls' photos from, but they're not the ones that are in the movie.
Yeah,
but it's great packaging, and it's funny because he's got that creepy look on the face perfectly.
Absolutely, and it's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you've learned, if there's any movie that you could pick out of all the movies we discussed about the 80s, you can't go wrong by watching this movie. It has everything you want.
Fun watch. Yeah.
It's a super fun watch. And also, I wanted to include something. I think I got a new topic for future reference. I'm going to just come break it out live. Yeah. I wanted to kind of do like a collector's corner or like a collector's tip of the week or something like that, to where as collectors, we give out a tip that might be helpful to other collectors. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm writing it down now.
So why I've been wafting this girly looking thing around since I've been talking, right? And what this is a makeup brush. You see this? So this is Joe's collector tip of the week. So you can go on Amazon and buy this for how much, my dear?
It's like $5.
$5, whatever, right? See this? Girly colors or whatever. Well, you can use this item to dust off your collectibles without having to scratch them. So if you're like us, my collectible collects a lot of dust. There's dust on everything. If you collect NECAs, masks, statues, figurines, whatever, you're going to want to be able to dust it. You don't want to use a duster that might scratch your items. The bristles are super soft, and you just kind of like an archaeologist, like during Jurassic Park, you can dust your items and it's scratch free and it's super cheap, and you don't have to go out and buy those expensive ones that you see at the stores or whatever. So yeah, buy yourself one of these cheap little makeup brushes.
I have to dust, admittedly. So from here over to there, I have to dust. It's been a minute, but all the stuff that's over here, you guys know, comes down at Christmas time, and that's where one of the many Christmas trees in my house goes. And my son's, if he's still in the chat, he knows that. So all that stuff always gets dusted once a year easily, because I have to take it down. I wipe everything down. I put it into Rubbermaid tubs and I put it away, put the Christmas crap out, put all the Christmas shit away, clean everything again, and then put it back up. But this stuff here, admittedly, it's been a minute. I got to do it. Unfortunately, my wife doesn't come down here because she's a wacko when it comes to cleaning. She'd come down and she'd see all the dust on some of the stuff. She'd be like,
"Oh," she'd be like,
"Stop twitching. You need to dust." And my son can back me up.
Hey, look
at the neighbor.
You know what? It made not included. Made outfit not included.
Rob. Yeah, we talked about this earlier. I got one. You know what? Be patient. If you go to the Walmart and look at the collectible section, if you see the label there, that they have the mask, it's $49.99. If it's there and there's no masks, you're shit out of luck because they're gone. But if the label's not there yet, odds are they have not had it yet.
That's right.
Or they're not getting it. I was floored that they had it in the Walmart by me, because the Walmart by me absolutely sucks ass. And I went to 7 other ones, and I just happened to go basically shopping and go and get my prescription refilled, and it was there. I was shocked that they had it at my Walmart. So persistence. 1 of 4. Terrence, what do you? 1 of 4 what? Help me with that. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Rob, I will keep my eyes peeled for you, buddy.
If there was another one there, I admittedly was going to buy it because I was going to put it aside for Brett, because Brett's like
so I got Brett's on my list, you, Rob, and GK's on my list.
GK hit me up too. I said, yeah, if I come across another one.
Yeah. So I'm looking, guys.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking.
1 of 4 trees. Yeah, Terrence knows, because there's usually a Christmas tree that goes over here. There's a Christmas tree that goes upstairs. There's the one in Terrence's room and one in my daughter's room. So 4 fucking Christmas trees in this damn house.
Sheesh kebabs. There's nothing wrong with that. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, my son knows. We're lunatics in this damn house. Yeah, it's a great. Let's see, where is it? Real quick, I'll go back to my slides again and show. For those that don't know what Rob is talking about, we talked about it at the beginning of the episode. This is Myers mask. Ignore the fact that it's like kind of smushed. The box is not big enough for the mask, so that's why it looks like he's being smushed. I should open it up and try to maybe adjust a little bit, because you can easily open it up. It's not sealed. But
the packaging kicks ass.
It kicks ass. It's real tough to find, because apparently, from what I'm hearing, there's only 500 of them, and there's only one to a store. And I find it hard to believe, because there's more than 500 stores in North America.
Yeah.
So that's what we're hearing. I did see a Jason mask in one of the stores, and they had multiples of them. So I don't know. When I walked into the Walmart where I got this one, there was one, and believe me, if there was more than one, I would have grabbed them. Simply for people that are collector friends of mine that are looking for them, not to be a douchebag and throw it on eBay.
Oh yeah. God, it's like a bad versus good competition. You get the resellers, then you have the collectors.
Yeah.
Sucks, man. Unfortunately, there's a lot of resellers out there. There's a lot of them.
And you know what? And I have no problem. I'm a capitalist. You want to go get something, charge a couple bucks more. This is a free country. Do whatever you want. But whenever he runs out and grabs it and buys it all up before anybody has a chance to buy it and jacks it up 2-3 times the price, you're just a complete asshole.
Piece of
You're
shit.
the kind of person that if I hit you, I'd back up over you again.
Like in Jeepers Creepers, down, back, down, back.
To quote one of my sons in the chat, one of my son and my favorite movies, I do the double tap.
Double tap, baby. Zombieland.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. He's a big Zombieland fan, just like myself. So that is everything we had to cover tonight. You guys have anything going on in the chat? Let us know. We do have some. We have. Let me go through my shameless plugs. Let me just fast forward through all my photos here. We'll do some shameless plugs for the channel. I just dropped this yesterday, and it's a lot of fun. Go check it out on this channel. Friday the 13th franchise ranking. I had a lot of fun putting that together. Make sure you join us this Tuesday for Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers live watch along this Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. We've been going along with the Halloween movies. Last week we had a lot of fun with Halloween 4. You got to see Joe and I in our Bucky helmets. My Bucky helmet's still over there. It's right over there. That was a lot of fun. So I'm gonna go try to locate a Man in Black hat. Let's see, and what else is going on? Oh, I just finished this. It'll be out probably later this week. I did a top 30 Twilight Zone episodes, and it was really long. So I cut it. I'm doing it in 3 sections. So part 1 will be out in a couple days, 30 to 21. So that was a lot of fun. For those that don't know, I am a Twilight Zone fanatic. My son's in the chat, and he can back it up. He'll tell you I become a vegetable every New Year's, where I sit in front of the TV for 3 days and watch the Sci-Fi Channel Twilight Zone marathon. Right. I just live down here and watch Twilight Zone for 3 days straight. And I put it on every TV in the house. So when I go from the kitchen to the TV everywhere, it's always on somewhere.
It's like you, my friend, might have a problem. No.
Yeah, I might have one. So, and what else is going on this channel? And this Thursday, and Brett should be back from vacation, and Brett should be back. He said he'll be back for Tuesday's watch along for Halloween 5 as well. But he'll be back. It'll be Joe, myself, and Brett. We'll be finishing up the Halloween 1 novelization. Episode 3, we'll be going over chapters 11 through 15. So we'll be completing the novelization. And from there, we will be going on to Halloween 2. And this is a bi-weekly show every other Thursday. So we give everybody time to read it or listen to it, because all these books are on YouTube. You can just listen to them if you don't own them, because they're all very expensive. And let's see if there's anything else I had on here. Oh, this I have to drop probably maybe this week or next week.
Ooh.
I did my favorite kill from each Halloween movie. I did this a while ago. I forgot about it. I was like, holy shit, I completed this. So that's another fun one that's going to be on this channel at some point too. So go check that one out too.
That rocks, dude.
That's some fun stuff coming up. And there's my son backing me up. He'll tell you Twilight Zone is on every TV in the house
Awesome,
for that weekend. Yeah, I'm a diehard fan. I love it. Got to watch along for the first time. Looking forward to more. Oh, awesome.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, come back on. Granted, I know Halloween 5, it's a little polarizing. It's not the best in the franchise. Not everybody loves it, but it's a fun watch, and it's a chance for us to get together and make fun of it, basically.
Hell yeah.
Travis, thanks, man. Hopefully we'll see you on Tuesday night. Thanks for hanging out and stopping out and just having a ball with us. Stefan, thanks for hanging out with us. Let's see. Oh, Travis saying Halloween 5 is garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a great movie, but it's a guilty pleasure. It's just to me, it's like Jason Takes Manhattan. It's a bad movie, but it's like a guilty pleasure movie that I like to watch. If it's on, I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, so Stefan's going to bed. Yeah, we're gonna close everything up. So we'll be back Tuesday night. And Brett will be back as well. He's coming back from vacation tomorrow. So he said he will be joining us for the watch along of Halloween 5. So we'll be back for that. We're going to regroup and put some stuff together for next Sunday's podcast. Don't forget, make sure everybody comes for Thursday night's completion of the Halloween novelization. Make sure everybody likes, subscribes, all that happy horse shit. You know, we can't blow you to make you hit that button, but I don't know what else to do. Just hit the fucking buttons already. All of our links, all the descriptions, all of our pants, our underwear are below us. That you just can't see them. But everything's in the description of this video. Do all your happy horse shit. You got anything else going on, Joe? You and MB doing anything on your channel anytime soon? I know you've been busy this week.
Yeah, we've been
personal issues,
but we'll probably drop a surprise one here coming up pretty soon once we get everything organized. So we're trying to set up the new setup. We're working on a new setup for the podcast, so it's going to be in a different area of the house. So we want to get all that figured out and then up and running, and then we'll probably do the new episode there.
Yeah, go check out their channel, Moody's Mind. Everything's in the description of this video as well. Rob, Rob, it's good to see you. I know you're busy. Rob owns a restaurant, so he's constantly busy. So it's great to see that you were able to pop in. Hopefully, if it's not too busy on Tuesday night, pop in and help us enjoy H5.
Put another shrimp on the Robbie.
The shrimp on the Robbie. I love that. So that's good. So you want to hang out for a minute? We'll say goodbye, or you're going to jump right off?
Yeah, probably go use the little boy's room and get some food in me.
All right. So I will be speaking to you. If I don't speak to you before then, we'll definitely hook up on Tuesday night. We'll plan everything for next week. Well, next week's there's no brainer. We'll just go in order. So our love of 1990s horror will be next week. And then we'll figure out some other stuff that's going to be going on. So we'll go from there. So everybody have a great night. Everybody have a great week. We hope everybody joins us on Tuesday. Hope everybody enjoyed this. Happy, do yourself, jump around, do the hokey pokey, turn yourself around, all that happy horse shit. And we're going to get going. And good night, everybody.
Later, brother.